So let me at least get started on Gremlins. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of hullabaloo up front. Probably a commercial from these HBO Max people. Oh no, this is for some reason mine must have started one night. I bet when I was watching the Gremlins cartoon one night when it ended, they probably started with it. So yeah, here you go. Here's that commercial I was talking about. I know how they do me. So all right. So I got it paused with 14609. It's on the Warner Brothers logo, the shield, as they say at Twir. So I see more folks filing in, Russell and Brian and them. That's right on. Okay, cool. So I put out the bat signal to the Instagram, and I'm still not letting the Facebook people in. You know what I mean? They got to go on to the next level of following. Facebook's, for my aunts and my mom and stuff, but the cool crowd, they know to find me on the threads. You know what I mean? That's my speakeasy. No one knows about threads. It's like, go down this alley and then you turn right. And then there's a door there and you knock and you say, yo, man, do you know Night Owl Movie Talk or Dairyland Don? And then some dude lets you in and you can check out my threads. It's nice. I'm going to go join in for this while we're watching the movie. I got her ready to roll here. So I'm thinking, what is it, 12:12? Let's go with 12:15. How's that? A nice 15 minutes of BSing, and then we'll get the movie started. So yeah, 12:15, so 2 minutes away. We'll get started here. And look at that. A bunch of chat comes in. Yeah, see. Yep. Have Cheetah Will Travel. Patrick is also on Threads. Most of the folks on Threads now, because people are frustrated with just, if nothing else, all the issues with Twitter. A lot of my friends from my previous internet life were from Twitter. On there, I had accumulated almost 20,000 followers and not follow backers. I only followed I'm a smart ass, so it's always like follow 420 or follow 666 or something. But I always kept my follower count relatively low. I wasn't a follow backer. So, I did okay on that. And you can still Google at the Dairyland Don tweets or Twitter or whatever the other day. And even though I changed my name to Dairyland Don, the old ones are still in there. Like I had tweets in Esquire and Vanity Fair and friggin' Playboy, and BuzzFeed was making a living off me for free because none of those people pay you. They just steal your content and post it. And that's what I got mad about. Any idiot could copy and paste my jokes, no matter how much of original content I've come up with. Somebody could just copy and paste it and take it. So at least with making videos, my face is attached to it and stuff. If someone wants to masquerade being me, please do. Joke's on you. Hardy har har. But there's more ownership here. So that's part of Twitter pushed me this way. And Twitter sucked so bad towards the end with everybody arguing about, I didn't know everything had to be political. It's ridiculous. How the hell is everybody getting sick being political? The stuff we were arguing about got so dumb I couldn't take it anymore. It just was not fun. So a lot of my friends from Twitter are still on Instagram and those stuff. So I noticed a lot of them migrating to Twitter or to Threads. I'm sorry. I never opened a Blue Sky Blue, Mastodon. My name's Don, and I didn't even open a Mastodon. Lame. 12:15. All right. So enough of my rambling about bad internet stuff. X is a dumpster fire. Yeah. I know. Don't get me started. You know how I feel, Patrick. Me and you are politically aligned on that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start the shield at play. Yeah. All right, I got it muted. Nice. Look at me. I'm ahead of the game this time. You can't get me slipping. Let me see here. Sorry to leave that up. People agreeing with Mayan. Everybody should agree with Mayan. So here it starts off in Chinatown. I've never understood the geography. Where is this Chinatown that this traveling salesman is in that he ends up back home in this I don't know, kind of small nostalgia town? He's a traveling man. I also wanted to watch this, like I said, because I had watched all those cartoons. The Secrets of the Mogwai. They're also available on Max. They're good. I like them. I thought they'd be kind of Scooby Doo-ish, but it's a story arc, which is strange. Like it's not episodic. It's you got to watch all 10 episodes, like binge them. It's weird. Um, but they're well done. If you enjoy this whole story and know, like, the old man in the shop here that they kind of half steal the gremlin from. It's about him as a little boy. So it's um, now I'm a guy who says Die Hard's a Christmas movie, but this for sure is a Christmas movie, but other people say it isn't. So do you think this is a Christmas movie? Like, I think it's clearly about Christmas movie. I think it has like undertones of like consumerism and all sorts of stuff in it. So like, if you're one of those, Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, you're probably this isn't a Christmas movie, right? So let me know in the comments or the chatter. The chatter is going crazy. It's so nice to have you out here. 15 people watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe, bro. Look at me. I'm like a pro. So yeah, here he is, Randall Peltzer. He's got the Peltzer bathroom buddy, which is funny because there used to be this dude, Ron Popeil, who was on like all the late night things, and he was known for like making a pocket fisherman, and he had like a shave buddy like this and stuff. So this is sort of a takeoff on Ron Popeil, Randall Peltzer. Yeah, it's very fun. It's not an R-rated movie, so anybody can watch it. Yeah, and it's got a sense of family. And to me, the thing with is it a Christmas movie or isn't a Christmas movie for all of these movies? Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, First Blood. What's the one? The one with Chuck Norris with the I can't even remember it. The Invasion USA. Damn it. That one's got like a Christmas movie tone. Almost every Shane Black movie has some sort of Christmas going on in it. Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang in them and stuff. To me, the thing that separates it, is it a Christmas movie or isn't it a Christmas movie, is how much Christmas is in it. So if Christmas is just like in a scene, like if you go in a bar and there's a Christmas tree in the background or whatever, that's not a Christmas movie. But Die Hard, for example, starts with a Christmas song, and then it moves on to a bunch of Christmas trees, and then they go to a Christmas party, and then the Christmas party has things or whatever. But even the tape, he puts the gun on, ho, 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 now I have a machine gun, over and over, Christmas music, and then it ends with let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. You know what I mean? You can't argue Christmas isn't being bashed over your head in that movie. As where like First Blood, I don't think you know it's Christmas like until the very end. And I think the only reason it's Christmas is because they had to do reshoots. So like, so that's the key. So to me, there's like clear Christmas stuff, like with the Christmas tree straight up attacking the mother at one point, if that isn't symbolism, right? Let's see, folks. Yes, and Richard Lynch is the bad guy in that. I did a watch along of that with my good friend Video Tasties, Gareth. I always mention him and everyone. He's like Carol Burnett's mom. I like tug on my ear and shout out my Video Tasties. He and I did a watch along on his channel. There's a highlight tape of it on my channels if you want to check that out. All the Don Witt mixed with Garrett's dry British charm. It's charming as F. John's in Rogue Island. These guys love the film. These guys love the film. Exactly. So Randall Peltzer just procured the Mogwai from the little kid who had no business selling it, but they kind of show maybe they're hurting for money and the kid wants it or something. But one of the things in the cartoon I don't dig is they say the Gizmo in the cartoon from like 80 years earlier is the same Gizmo. And his name is Gizmo back then too. And I hated that about the cartoon because it's like, yeah, the inventor would name the Mogwai Gizmo. It's, like if he's going to name the pet, he's going to name it something he's into, right? Like we all do that. My parents let me name the dog and it was named Tyler Durden. You know, so I like the idea that the dad named the Mogwai Gizmo. So when you find out his name's been Gizmo for like hundreds of years in the cartoon, it annoyed me. It was a bummer. I'm so frustrated, man. um, my man Russell has a Chuck Norris playlist. God bless you. Let's see here. Russell loves the film. Yes, he loves the film. John Steele says Die Hard is a Christmas film. Then so is Lethal Weapon. Well, that's the thing with Lethal Weapon. I haven't rewatched it enough to verify, but I do think it is all throughout the movie. Like, doesn't he have a scene where they get in a fight in a Christmas tree lot? And then, like, a couple of different scenes, there are Christmas lights. Like, if it only turns up once or twice, it's just some charm of a scene. Like, basically, some director of photography wanted the lighting to look better, you know. But if it's all throughout the movie, then it's kind of a theme. You know, like right now, they're buying Christmas trees in this. We're going to get hit over and over again. But, you know, if you just see some little whatever, you know. So, yeah, I think maybe there is a certain Christmas movie aspect to it. I don't know. The soundtrack is what throws me off, though. Like Die Hard, like I say, over and over has Christmas music. You know, when I think of Lethal Weapon, I think of that saxophone score, right? Russell's shouting out Chuck Norris knowledge. Did you know his first major role by himself was Breaker Breaker? Actually, I did think I knew that because I had learned it to do that live stream with Gareth, but I probably already deleted it from my brain like I do other stuff. Definitely Lethal Weapon is a Christmas deal. Horror Cat Dad agrees that Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. Like I would argue It's a Wonderful Life isn't really much of a Christmas movie. I mean, it kind of is. It goes back to Christmas intermittently, you know, but then again, so does Citizen Kane. Brian Mask says he named his teddy bear hamster Gizmo after a kid when he saw him from Gizmo. Yeah, I actually had a friend who had a dog named, I had several friends who had a dog named Gizmo. I knew several Gizmos and Yodas, the way like a lot of people now know a dog named Bella. I've known a lot of Gizmos and Yodas over my life. Russell says, It's a Wonderful Life is not a Christmas film, but a redemption film. That's deep AF, Russell. And you're exactly right. It is. I don't really know how. I think it got associated with Christmas because they would show it every year at Christmas. You know, like it kind of became. Because doesn't it even end with like Old Lang Syne, whatever? I don't know. Terrifier 3 will be a Christmas movie. Damn right. That's what I'm hoping. I think that's what they're going for, actually, them sickos. Breaker Breaker was boring. Oh, no, I'm not going to settle for this Chuck argument. And Terrifier 3 is definitely going to be. I haven't seen one yet. The third one is not out yet. Yeah, they're still talking about Terrifier 3. That's why I love my chat. So right now we see Billy Peltzer going through this town. I believe this is the same set that was used in Back to the Future. Like it's the lot, the Warner lot. There he's going into the bank. It took me till I was growing up. When I was a kid, I used to watch this show Alice. And it had this lady on there, Flo. It was about these women who worked in a diner, you know, waitresses, servers, whatever. So they were on a roadside diner, and it like kind of told their story. And one of the ladies there would tell the people who pissed her off, "Kiss my grits," and it was like a catchphrase. And you'd see it on bumper stickers and T-shirts and coffee mugs. "Kiss my grits." So Flo from Alice, working at Mel's Diner. I think she even had a spinoff called Mel's Diner she was at. So Flo is Mrs. Deagle. Like she's only a couple years older than when she was Flo, but here they have her looking like she's like damn near 80. Gizmo is voiced by Howie Mandel. That is a good pull. Thank you, Russell. Yeah, once you hear that, it almost kind of ruins it because then you can hear the Howie Mandel voice and all of it. Here comes Mrs. Deagle. Kiss my grits. Alice, kiss my grits. Yeah, you know. Brian Masks knows. Yeah, Mel's Diner. You guys get me. Yeah, that blew my mind that this is the same lady. Like when I was a kid, I never knew it. She's just a mean old kind of half bitch from, who's trying to kill the dog or whatever. Like, Good Burger King product placement. But yeah, when she goes flying out the window, it's like that's one of the more brutal deaths in movie history. Like the gremlins just laughing their asses off. Deagle. Actually, here's the lady's explaining. Me and my children are going to be homeless, and she's like, "So." You got her like the Emperor from Return of the Jedi. The Gremlins theme song never leaves your head once you hear it. Exactly, Spicoli. Good call. Vic Tayback was Mel. Exactly. Stow it, Dingy. You knew you were old. Yes, Vic. Everybody's happy. The history of Alice is not lost, kids. I don't know. There was a lot of shows about that in the 80s. Like people act like they're being all progressive now, but when I was a child, it was like the Jeffersons and Sanford and Son and Chico and the Man and all these movies like One Day at a Time, Alice, like all these like progressive shows that what do you call it? Too Close for Comfort, basically just had like an openly gay dude. It was weird. It wasn't openly gay, but use your damn brain. So all that stuff was kind of interesting. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Mrs. Deagle's on with the bitch face. Man, she's mean. You need to be like in a Snow White tale. Let's get back to the chat. Ellen Burstyn from Exorcist was the original Alice. Yeah. What was that? The movie, right? I don't think I saw the movie. I saw it once when I was a kid, and I was mad that it wasn't the show because you connect with the characters on the show if you see it first. So here, Mrs. Deagle's getting eaten up by the dog. Shout out to Judge Reinhold. That's why you can never let me be president. I would nominate Judge Reinhold to the Supreme Court like that. Phoebe Cates works at the bank and the bar. Man, she hustles. That poor girl. Between her and her whole Santa orphan ordeal, man. Billy Peltzer, I was saying last night, is a fascinating like protagonist to me because he's not like The Rock. He's not like Bruce Willis. He's completely ill-equipped for this. He's a cartoonist. He works at a bank. He's got no business fighting monsters. And I like that as a hero. Like he's more sympathetic. He's not preparing for this. He hasn't been doing push-ups and stuff, but like The Rock, what's all that weightlifting for if not to save a bunch of people when some terrorists show up? But poor Billy Peltzer, he's just trying to get along. He's trying to be nice to the weird neighbor kid. That's my only beef about this. He's got like a real Batman and Robin situation with Corey Feldman. It's like, why are you hanging out with that 8-year-old dude? But that's to show he's nice. He'll be nice to everybody. He's got a dog. He's cool with his family. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit y'all with the overabundance of Ellen Burstyn knowledge there. Yeah, so here she is working at the bar, went straight from her shift at the bank to the shift at the bar. God bless you, Phoebe Cates. Judge Reinhold with his swaggery-ass jacket, all furry on the side. What are you, Bane? Yes, I'd like a beer. Sorry, invading my own personal space on the microphone there. Earlier, Brian was talking about the first time he saw this movie. I saw it, in 1984 in the theater. Gizmo attracted me to it. Man, that thing was the cutest thing I'd ever seen when I was a little kid. I was like, It's a Wonderful Life playing on the TV. We were just talking about it. Merry Christmas, movie house. Gizmo was the most adorable thing I'd ever seen. I was like, I want to see the movie with the living teddy bear. That looks so cute and cool. And even now, that animatronic or puppet or however they, totally, I think it's a bunch of things, but it's so good. It stands up to this day. It's right in this window before the CGI came in and kind of made stuff in that uncanny valley. They got it looking just right because it's practical and real, you know. The Peltzer egg smasher. Randall Peltzer's a go-getter. There's no pie he doesn't have his finger in. Anyways, I like the mom in this. She's one in a long line. If you've listened to any of my other live streams, I don't totally believe in Mary Jane characters, but I do believe in it for moms and girlfriends, especially moms. Like they don't want moms to ever look not sympathetic. So they always make them kind of almost as perfect can be. Like their moms either have to be a monster that made a monster, or they're like, you know, give her a break. She's trying as hard as she can, man. And she's another in a long line of these like almost sainthooded mothers, you know. So yeah, I saw this in the theater. It was a full theater. This was a huge hit when it came out. It had such a weird tone. I didn't totally know it was going to be a scary movie, but I was well accustomed to scary movies by the time I saw this. I was still prepubescent, you know. He wrapped the gizmo, and then dude shakes it. I always forget I always want to say it's Joe Don Baker, but it's not. It's the other one. It's Hoyt Axton. Yeah, I always want to say the dad is Joe Don Baker, but it's Hoyt Axton. That is a well-trained movie dog. Man, he must make a lot of money out there being a traveling salesman if he's supporting this house. When's the last, or do any of you in the chat remember the first time you saw this movie? If it was when you were a little kid, did it stay with you your whole life? If you watched it a bunch, this is one I've seen so many times. I've owned it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. I never upgraded to a 4K, but yeah, this is great. This is the part where Billy Peltzer is opening up. Sorry, 127.57 on the counter. That's what I hate about Max. They don't show you the where you're at counter. They show you like how much is left. Strange fact I noticed, this movie's an hour and 47 and Gremlins 2 is an hour and 47. So I don't know how they timed that out same perfect, but yeah, so there's an hour and 27 and a half left in this. It's the part where he's opening up the Mogwai, and it's like the perfect reveal where they take their time, and then it's slow and slow, so you don't get a total good look at it. It's really good filmmaking. Isn't Howie Mandel a germaphobe? Yes, he is a germaphobe. He also put a rubber glove on his head and blew it up and made a weird like chicken head kind of thing. I was a little. Oh, Echo Ciro is here. Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, Echo said he was a little sweet angel when he saw it. That's the thing with Gremlins. It's kind of a scary movie. Like it can legitimately give you nightmares. There's a lot of like horror elements in it. That's another question. Do you consider this a horror movie then? Like some people call this a family movie. I'm like, I guess. But I mean, a lot of fantasy elements have this scary stuff going on there, right? Man, is Zach Galligan doe-eyed. Like he's just a simpleton of a protagonist. He, like, his eyes are just so glazed over and confused half the time. Like he's like a reluctant hero. Texas saw this in the theater when it was originally released when you were 19. Yeah, I was still yeah, like I say, before age 12. I don't remember exactly how old I was. Echo says it's a family horror movie. Echo, you got here for the conversation late. Do you think it's a Christmas movie? We're trying to peg these things down. That's one of the things I've brought up before. I don't think you can put movies in genres because so many movies have so many different genres to them. Is Blazing Saddles a comedy or is it a Western? Because you can argue it's both if you want to file it in some category. I mean, to me, it's a comedy, but then when you put it in comedies, is it a parody? Russell says he was 28 when he first saw this movie. Here's the part where Gizmo has the Christmas hat on, which is another Christmas beat. You know, how many Christmas beats are we got? He's got the Christmas hat on, and he's playing the little tiny keyboard, and he looks like a little miniature Ray Charles. It's adorable. Russell says he was 28 when he first saw it. John Steele was 11. Yeah, I think I was 10. I don't remember the exact. I might have been 9. Echo hasn't seen it in his sweet whole life. Cool job. It's a Christmas movie. It takes during Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. Echo has dropped the hammer on the is it or isn't it a Christmas movie debate. So here's the part where Gizmo got flashed by the mirror and he banged his head and he's got this like hurt face, like, man, I thought you were in charge of me and you got me hurt, you jerk. Like it makes you feel like sympathy. Here it's clearly a puppet. You can see where the hand is up going. That was, hi guys. You can see where the hand goes up through the countertop there. Brian Mask. It's funny, Don. My mom took my. Jesus. Take 2. It's funny, Don. My mom took my sister and I to the movie theater to see Gremlins. When the movie takes a bit of a turn, it did start to feel like an R-rated horror movie. My mom started freaking out. Like the part when she puts it in the microwave and it explodes. And I mean, just a variety of scenes are really kind of hardcore. When she's attacked by that Christmas tree, that's as scary that's as scary as Michael Myers attacking Dee Wallace and Rob Zombie's Halloween, you know. Blazing Saddles is a hybrid Western comedy. Thank you. Hello, Katie Miller. Oh, snap. Hello, Miller Millie. Actually, you have a new name, don't you? Katie is my local friend. She's I'm doing a project in the local area, as I was explaining last night, about ghosts and whatnot. More on that later. I don't want to burn people's ear off about it. But she's helping me with that. She's been a longtime friend. So it's nice to have you, Katie. I'm sorry. I always have this thing set. There you go. Now you popped up. The stupid chat default is to show like only important chats. What the hell does that mean? There's only like 12 of you here. So I forgot to set it to see everyone. So, sorry, there's Katie. Welcome. Weird how there's certain qualifiers what makes a film a holiday one. Exactly, John. That's what I'm saying. There's a real debate over, like, the first time I think I ever heard that debate was the Die Hard one. And that's when I came up with the, well, how often is Christmas mentioned argument, right? So, yeah, is there a bunch of Christmas music all throughout it? You know, like, Die Hard starts with Christmas and Hollis. It ends with Let It Snow. You know. So here's where Gizmo is watching the race car driver movie, and they do the callback later. I was trying to remember, is the line he says the same line from Beck, Loser? Where he was like, I'm a driver, I'm a winner. But then there's the marketing tie-in later on where he drives the Barbie dream car. Okay, there he's clearly a puppet. You can see where the hand is going through the pillow. So now I'm on Gizmo watch. Is it a puppet or is it an animatronic? Oh, let's see here. Gremlins is a Christmas movie that was released in the summer. Oh, but I think Die Hard was released in the summer as well, so that would be that argument. But then again, Rob Zombie's Halloween, didn't that come out like in September? I don't know. These arguments are... Oh, no, so now the debate's going. Oh, boy. Mongo loves Sheriff Bart. Sean, I remember when watching Gremlins when it was during the summertime. Yep. But if you think about it, that's a smart way to do it, because if you're going to put this movie out, you want your Gremlins toys to be made by Christmas. So if you put it out by the summer, you can get the toys made to get it out for Christmas. Matt says he thinks it was in July. So see, if it was in July, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It might have been 9, might have been 10. I don't know. Gizmo is so cute. I concur. This is the part where Corey Feldman shows up. And then now here Gizmo looks to be maybe a puppet. Yeah, no, this is an animatronic. That's clearly an animatronic because he's doing kind of the same robotic movements. And then stupid Corey Feldman knocks the water on him, and we see Gizmo go through this like horrible, like he just looks like he's being assaulted while it's happening. He's in so much pain, and you can see on his face, he's like, "No, please stop!" And then So, and Corey Feldman's like freaked out. But you'd see all these old classic comics. I didn't know, apparently, yeah, the Mogwai is from old Chinese folklore and tales, and most of that Mogwai cartoon show that was on HBO, that's all about like ancient Chinese lore and stuff. I mean, I don't know how much of it was bastardized for a children's show cartoon thing. But yeah, I was expecting it to be like individual episodes like Scooby-Doo, Monster of the Week type thing. And it was no like this big 10 episode arc where they met this like big god and had her power taken away. And another, man, it was like an epic, like a superhero movie. It got crazy. So here's where all the new gremlins are being born, or Mogwai are being born. That's the delineation, right? If they're furry, they're Mogwai, but if they're green, they're gremlins. That's what I always go with. Let's see, back to the chat. These fellows are digging into it. It was released in June of '84, and they wanted to cash in with the summer blockbuster. Yeah, that makes sense, because you can tell by watching it. It's a movie that people are going to enjoy. You know, like Echo says, Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie, and so is Lethal Weapon. Die Hard 2 has, well, I don't know. I have to rewatch it. I think it has less Christmas in it. Although Lethal Weapon, we talked about that. There's a lot of Christmas in it. Mikey's Morgue is here. Hell yeah. Gizmo agree. Mikey agrees that Gizmo is adorable. Mikey, nice to see you, my brother. I'm happy you're here. Let me see what else we got going on. Corey Feldman was in so many great movies in the 80s. Exactly. Him and Corey Haim were like the go-to kids for a while. Especially for young, like chubby-cheeked face, they used Corey Feldman for everything. But then when they need like a sympathetic, like kind of teen dork, they used Corey Haim for everything. So now everybody is welcoming Mikey because Mikey's a crowd favorite. The giant gremlin on the plane with the winged William Shatner is some funny shit. And then in this, boy, this is a long, complacent one. In the Twilight Zone, the movie, when they redo that Gremlin episode and they have John Lithgow play William Shatner, in that Dick, what's his name, is an old boy who plays Murray Futterman in this. He's also in that. So it all like ties together how that gremlin on that plane is sort of related to these gremlins in a weird cinematic way. Dick Miller, Jesus Christ. Katie Miller's right here, and I say Dick Miller. Let's see here. Let's see. Katie, he did kill Jason Voorhees. Actually, part 4 is my favorite Friday the 13th, so I like Corey Feldman. He's also in Goonies, which is awesome, you know. So yeah, you can't go wrong with Corey Feldman. He grew up into an interesting adult, but as far as kid actors go, he's right there. He's top notch. Chunk calls the cops about the Vitellis and says some reference to the Gremlins. And there you go. Mikey loves me back. Look at that. Everybody's saying hello. The WW2 Disney cartoon about Gremlins. Yeah, so here's the part where sorry, I was distracted again. I was realizing that I'm supposed to be watching a movie. So here the dad is realizing that they can just make more by pouring water on it, and franchise them everywhere, make these gremlins and get super rich off them. The stuff that they figure out for the gremlins to do is so smart. Earlier when they put the little keyboard down in front of them, and now when they got them playing that old tiny console Donkey Kong game and stuff, like they even give them like a little tiny horn for Gizmo to play. So now it's past midnight. Boy, the chat is blowing up. I'm so happy to see you all here and talking and hanging out. If I encourage you all to intermingle on the chat. If you're just a person who likes to lurk, that's cool too. It's nice to have you here. Welcome. But otherwise, yeah, if not, make friends with people in the chat. All cool people. I've seen nothing but everybody being nice. I have some of the best moderators going on YouTube. I swear I've handpicked them. So they always keep things running nice and smooth. Mikey Morgue is not drinking tonight. The night before last was Mikey's birthday. So on last night's stream, we toasted to Mikey, and we had a little bit of a party. So right here, when he hears a crying outside and he opens the front door and finds the dog all tied up in the Christmas lights whining, to me, that's just as emotionally like jump scary or troublesome as any like PG-13 horror movie, right? When the mom gets attacked in the kitchen, that's about as terrifying as any PG-13 movie. I'm standing by that. Um, Brian's favorite Friday the 13th is part 4 as well. Yeah, it's there's a lot going on there. We might have to watch that one of these days and talk about it. I'm sure Friday the 13th will be coming up soon. Mayan also loves part 4. We've seen Corey and the Zombie King playing a zombie. No, I did not. I did see him on the Today Show dancing with those angels or whatever. He's out there. Let me see here. Friday the 13th, my favorite in general. Yeah, Mayan loves. She's part Voorhees. Jamie's still here. Where's man? So many of these. Haim is better than Feldman. Echo says, "Oh man, that's a hot take. What do you guys think? If you're watching the replay of this, put in the comments. What do you think, Haim or Feldman? I'm a Feldman guy, but I liked Haim too. Haim was in License to Drive with Feldman, but he was also in Lucas. Lucas is really good. It's like this sympathetic and yeah. We know it supposedly happened on Lucas. Don't turn down that ugly road in the chat, please. But yeah, Haim was out there. Lost Boys, obviously, right? Lost Boys. That's the Haim pinnacle. Ace Ventura mentions that Twilight Zone episode. There's something on the wing. Yeah, that's an awesome one. I love it. Jen is going to spank you for saying that. Echo. Oh, it got cute in the chat, girl. Hey. Jamie Hart. Oh, Jamie had to feed the cats, but she's back now. Welcome this month's horror tuber of the month, the Jamie Hart girl. It's always nice to have you here. If you're not familiar with her work, check her out. She is a live streaming wonder. She's a very sweet person. They're worth learning about Jamie's cats. Jamie agrees with me that Billy's mom is a badass mom. I don't, right? She's a sweetheart. She's totally understanding of that weird traveling salesman husband. Like, I'm skeptical of any traveling salesman husband, but she's just sympathetic. She's real sweet. She's a good mom. Billy's grown as hell and he's still living there, even though times are tough because he's working at the bank and stuff. I think he's saving up for art college. There's a lot of subtext in this movie. Here's Mr. Futterman's drunk ass. We were talking about Dick Miller. Dick Miller's such a great actor, man. Every time I see him, he's like Buscemi. When Dick Miller turns up, I always am just like, I feel good about it. I like that he drives his tractor because of his DUIs. The same thing happens around here in this small town area I'm looking at to move to. People here get DUIs. So they either drive like four-wheelers or their tractors or their lawnmowers and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, Mr. Futterman's kind of on the same thing. I know he's got this snowplow tractor thing, but his drunk ass, his whole soliloquy about the Gremlins and World War II and all this, like I think that's one of the other things that's kind of in this movie that a lot of people don't talk about is just the strange relation to the anger at Asian culture or something that goes on in this. I don't know. It's hard to explain all that. John Steele says the old woman automated the chairs come. Oh, yes. I love that when Mrs. Deagle goes out the window. There's an awesome joke in there. I'm trying to pay attention for it this time when it comes up. When Mrs. Deagle goes shooting out the window, right here it is. They're Christmas caroling. So I think it's coming up right here. But when Mrs. Deagle goes shooting out the window, you can see her office hours for Deagle Realty, I think it is. And it's like from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or something. It's like she works the good hours. Let's see. Man, I recently just purchased Friday the 13th Part 4. The chapter hood looks pretty cool with the hockey mask on. Oh, yeah. I like that. So here's Phoebe Cates and him walking. To me, this is psychologically horrific as well as sweet as hell. Like, I find it romantic. I'm a sicko, where she explains the whole thing like, yeah, my dad, he dressed up like Santa Claus and died in the chimney. It's like, what? It's like you kind of wish you could just like reach into the screen and give her a hug. Like, oh boy. So Haim has been dead for you guys still arguing about Haim. Mikey says, after part 5 is his favorite. Part 5 is your favorite? Mikey always takes controversial takes. I like that about him. He's the Skip Bayless of movies. His takes are always the. Aren't you the one that likes Orca better than Jaws? Or somebody does. I think it's Mikey. Jamie says she has 2 cats, Samson and Butterscotch. They're in some of my videos. Shout out to Samson and Butterscotch. You know what's messed up? I knew I would like Jamie right away because in the background of her videos, she has a couple pillows. I think it's Michael Myers and maybe Sam. Like you can kind of see it in the background, Sam from Trick or Treat. So you know when I recognize the signs of my people, I'm always like, yeah, okay, that's someone I can understand. Oh my God. Oh, that's my man's hoping to get a good guy doll for Christmas. We established on last night's stream. Cheetah says Don Zombie. Yeah. Man, you can get that $350 for used. Yeah, they're brutal. Everybody's telling everybody how much they like Man. There's a Russell's talking about the good Corey Haim movies. Fast Getaway 1 and 2. I forgot about Fast Getaway. That's with Cynthia Rothrock in that first one, right? Is she in the second one too? Cynthia Rothrock is, that's a lot of woman. That's you got to be a strong man to deal with Cynthia Rothrock. I'm married to an engineer. Totally relate to Billy's mom and his gadgets. Jamie's a sweetheart. Of course you do. Now I wanted to figure out, I don't have captions on, damn it. I'm trying to figure out the dude he takes the Mogwai, one of the clones to the local, is he what? Like a high school biology teacher? Is he local community college? Like what's his deal? The guy who gives Gizmo the shot, right? Like what are his qualifications, or not Gizmo, but the knockoff Mogwai, one of the clones. What are his qualifications to be handling this and playing with it? Like, I don't think he's trustworthy enough. Mikey agrees Dick Miller is a legend. I agree. Dick Miller was in every movie. Let's see here. Dick Miller's in Demon Knight. I love Demon Knight. Billy Zane steals the show. Oh, you guys are still arguing about that damn doll. He is in Terminator. Yes, I like that. You guys know your dick. Let's see here. God damn it. I walked into that one. Arnold blew Dick away. Wasn't Dick Miller in Night of the Creeps also? Was he? Oh, yeah. Is he the dude that looks at a little girl's butt in the convenience store? Or is he? I don't remember. Oh, that's Night of the Demons. Jesus Christ. Night of the Creeps. With my man, Tom Atkins. Yeah, Dick Miller's in there too. What is he in that? I think, I don't know. I'm not Googling Dick Miller right now. I'm not Googling dicks at this time of night. Orca is indeed better than Jaws, in my opinion. See, Mikey is a hot take artist. If you want to go argue movie takes with somebody, you go follow my friend Mikey's Morgue, who is also nominated for YouTube Entertainer of the Month. I couldn't get into Orca. It was the one night over here. Yep. See, I don't know. That's why I said Orca is all right, but better than Jaws? I don't know, Mikey. Dick Miller had a small role in a mob film like Valentine Massacre. Lost Boys is excellent. Anyways, right now in the movie, this is one of my favorite parts. He feeds the Mogwai chew the alarm clock or whatever so that it doesn't get past midnight. And then he feeds them chicken. And then he goes to offer Gizmo chicken, and Gizmo turns his nose. He's like, no, man, I don't want none of that. That's like heroin. I'm cool, bro. So he says no because he's got self-restraint. But all the rest of them, they get buck wild in here. So yeah, we see it's 2:10 in the morning. And it's 5-1 here while we're watching this live. East Troy, Wisconsin time. Broadcasting to you live from the fabulous Quality Inn Suites in East Troy, Wisconsin. I got tongue-tied trying to be a bad broadcaster. Part 5 was the first Friday I saw in the theater. It remains one of the best I've ever seen in the theater. Part 5 is Yeah, it's a different type of Friday because of all of it. I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it yet, you need to get on it. Everybody's kind of agreeing with Jamie. Yes, Cynthia Rothrock does have that sick overhead reverse kick. There's a lot going on with Cynthia Rothrock. She's got a real Rhea Ripley thing going on. Sworn to Justice. It was Halloween night after we went to Haunted House for the first time, so it was a memorable night. Nice. Let's see here. Dick Miller was Walt in Night of the Creeps. Thank you. So now the Mogwai are gestated into their gremlin form, and the mom has kind of discovered them. Saint Perfect Mom. Cynthia can still hit that scorpion kick. I believe my friend a Video Tasties has had Cynthia Rothrock on, or he's trying to get her on, I believe. Make a joke about trying to get her off if you want. It's late. She's a badass. Entertainer is correct. Yeah, we're making new puns. We're inventing new things. I see 13 of you are watching. That is so sweet of you. If you haven't yet liked or subscribed and followed everyone in the chat and then gone around you and given everyone a hug and wish them Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, do that, please. So here Billy is a bit of a dullard. I always empathize with these simpletons in movies. Once he realizes, oh no, they chopped away at the cord and some bad stuff is about to happen. So Billy picked up Corey Feldman to go down to the local junior high or whatever this dude, the biologist, is. Like, why is he there? That's why it makes me think he's not qualified. If this was like a local junior college or something, why is Corey Feldman there? I don't know. Corey Feldman was in Friday the 13th. He gets around. Next time someone puts on my besties in a competition, I'm quitting. Yeah. Well, if truth be told, I encourage everyone to vote for my friend Matt Pugwall314. Then I encourage you to vote for Mikey's Morgue. And then I encourage you to vote for ever the hell is the fourth person that I can't even remember whoever it is. I am so sorry. I need to rewatch the video. Oh, it's Pat Master. I'm sorry. It's Nate. Damn it. Oh, God damn it, Nate. I'm sorry, buddy. It's Pat Master, Nate, because I'm sure he'll show up at some point. And if not, we need to send out a search party for Nate because his love is needed. He's an awesome dude. Need a bigger guns. So here we are at Randall Peltzer's at the cool sci-fi convention. As someone who loves horror conventions and comic book conventions and stuff, this was like one of the first times I saw a weirdo convention, and I love it. Like, it made me happy. I want to go to that convention. When the robot, Robbie the robot, goes running by. John Steele 155 here in the East. Yeah, this is actually a specialty stream for Mayan. I'm a late night guy. Like, I'll probably still be up till like 4 a.m. I thought about watching Gremlins 2 after this and doing a double feature, but I've already set it up where me and my guy Larry Horror Cat Dad, who was in the chat earlier, I think he had to go to bed. I think he and I are going to watch Gremlins 2 tomorrow. So I have to get up early and watch my Packers, and then I'll probably take a nap. It's very stressful. Mikey's an entertainer. He tries to entertain me. And the reason I say to vote for Matt is because then next month I want Mikey to be your entertainer of the month, and I'm just going to keep being like getting free advertisements and commercials each month until eventually y'all kick me out. With pleasure. I remember seeing Halloween 4 in the theater on opening night. It was a 10 p.m. show, and Michael in the ambulance getting transported with them and the guys. The whole theater was cheering. Yeah, I remember a bunch of horror movies that I saw Jaws 3D in the theater, and people were trying to touch the fish. I remember, like, even as a little kid, like, y'all are dumb as hell. It's like, I'm 8, and I'm a smarter IQ than a bunch of these adults. Saw Night of the Creeps in the theater. I didn't see that in the theater. That was a cable classic. That was one. It looked dumb when I was little. I didn't get it. Like, I didn't get a Big Trouble in Little China when I was a kid. Like, I mean, I liked it because it was Kurt Russell and John Carpenter. But now as an adult, you're like, oh, I get it. It's more of a comedy. Got to see things through different eyes at different ages, Gareth did have Cynthia on as a guest. Thank you, Cheetah. I appreciate that. If you're not familiar with my friend Patrick, have Cheeto will view. He also has many guests on. He's if you're more awake at a reasonable hour, he does his show at like 6 and 7, or probably 8 p.m. Eastern stuff. So he's on more of a reasonable time, and he always has great guests. If you're into like B movies and you're trying to get your pulse on like all these different underground horror and stuff, it's a straight up horror convention at Patrick's channel. So always check it out. I try to pop in there whenever I'm around. I keep weird hours, so to me that's like 10 a.m. But yeah, I definitely recommend Patrick if you're into cool people getting interviewed. He's put me on new people. I've met a bunch of cool folks through his channel. Does Phil Dog die in Gremlins? I don't believe so. Yeah, see, he is the junior high teacher because he's his teacher. Because yeah, so he's not even junior high, 6th grade. So he thought the local 6th grade biologist was qualified to put weird injections into the Mogwai. Bad choice, Peltzer. Don't hug my hand, she might stab you. Nicky Cat of the small pride Gremlins. He was in the burbs and dazed and confused. Nicky Cat. Who is Nicky Cat? God damn it, Mikey! You mentioned him last night with because we were watching Gremlins then too. Damn it, that's why. He was in the burbs and dazed and confused. I've seen the burbs 100 times too. Why am I not picturing who the hell that is? I'm gonna have to Google Nicky Cat. Oh, actually, I have the Gremlins page open. I bet Nicky Cat's on here. Nope. I think you made that name up. Have you seen Spookies, Jamie? Let's see here. Right now, this is the part where the 6th grade teacher is being attacked in the lab by the now freshly turned Mogwai. There's this whole backstory if you watch the cartoon about how the Mogwai were by nature mischievous creatures, and they fell into the hands of humans, and humans are careless, and they ended up just it's a parable about like how people just can't treat stuff nice. It's probably connected to Smokey the Bear or something. Yep, Pap and Lady J. Ghoul. Yeah, they're my peeps. I miss them. I hope they pop in some night. May sitting here still with the crown on her head. Same down second, third shift. Yeah, it's a different breed of people. Brian remembers Jaws 3D in the theater. It was cool. Yeah, when I saw Avatar in the theater, I was flashed back to Jaws 3D. It's like that's why I wasn't as impressed as everybody else. Echo's ranking the Romero zombie movies this week. That's a good thing to be talking about. I'm a big Romero guy. Night of the Living Dead was one of the first like scary movies I watched with fear in my heart. It, The Exorcist, and Halloween, I think, were the first 3 that I really. The Omen was in there. Like I was way too young to see all those, but that group. Oh, let's see here. Patrick says we have fun for sure. You guys do. You guys have all sorts of cool folks on there. Let me see here. He thinks Feldman's like 52. It could be. Yeah, here's another creepy ass scene with the lighting and the way the projector is on the flashy, the almost strobe light effect. Brian says, "Love your channel." You found him through Cat Dad. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Larry's the man. He and I stumbled onto each other like a mutual friend. I believe my man Mellow Mutant. He used to be Aeonic Mutant. That's why you can see me trying to remember. Mellow Mutant. He's a mutual friend of ours, and he recommended us both at the same time, and we followed each other and became friends. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Larry's good people. Like I say, we're maybe hopefully going to do Gremlins 2 tomorrow night with Larry as my guest. Corey Feldman was in the Burbs. He's one of my favorite parts of the Burbs. I love my neighborhood, man. Axton Hoyt is the dad. It's Hoyt Axton. Don't dyslexia me. Yeah. He's the hot rod guy that gets in the fight at a party. I had a cat named Stripes when I was a kid. Is it named after the Bill Murray movie? Echo says that Spookies is the movie with the farting mud monsters, which is, I believe, now the second stream in a row where Echo has gone on about farts. Let's see here. Wasn't Nikki K and Batman and Robin? No, goddamn y'all. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, got you. You guys pick the weirdest character actors to remember. Sometimes I get it, but yeah, I know he's a classic, that dude. As soon as I saw him, it's like, oh, I know him. But yeah, I never knew his name was that. Huh. I'll be damned. Where's he in Gremlins? I don't know. You guys are always teaching me new stuff. I come here to do the educating, and you guys teach me. Let me see. What do we got going on here in the chat? Oh, anyways, forget the chat for a second, you guys. I got to give you a break. Let me see what's going on with the movie. This is the point, I believe, where the mom is about to be attacked in the house. So, gosh darn it, scurry, right? She hears the noise. Like this all stuff, especially in a children's movie, family movie, whatever you want to call it. This is scary. Like the shots. Joe Dante's like a master, horror master, wasn't he? Howling. Make me bring up Joe Dante's directing credits. The Howling, Inner Space, Gremlins, Small Soldiers. I believe The Burbs. Yeah, I was going to say, I believe he did The Burbs as well. Gremlins 2. I've been talking about this new project I'm working on where I'm kind of in an area that's surrounded by all these weird local legends and monsters and stuff. And I've been saying it's kind of the Erie, Indiana of Wisconsin. And he directed Erie, Indiana. Amazon Women on the Moon. I love Amazon Women on the Moon. Inner Space. Inner Space is fun. I enjoy it. He did an episode of the Twilight Zone remake in the 80s. He did The Explorers. If you haven't seen The Explorers, that's actually a wild ride. I kind of enjoy that. A lot of good kids movies. I never realized how good Joe Dante was at horror and working with children. Gremlins. He did the Twilight Zone, the movie. The Howling. Rock and Roll High School. Piranha. So he did Matinee. Small Soldiers. One of the episodes of Masters of Horror. Episode of the new MacGyver. Episode of the new Hawaii Five-0. Hey, man, people of Hollywood, put Joe Dante back to work. What's wrong with you guys? No, I thought I froze. Never mind. Let's see here. We got Larry is a super nice guy. I agree. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So the mom is now, she's gone into the laundry room, and the Mogwai is in the hamper. So she's got the butcher knife, and she is playing so terrified. Like her, I love this. He's eating Christmas cookies. Here's another Christmas beat for you. He's eating the gingerbread man. J.T. Walsh was in it. Bruce Dern is great in The Burbs. I'll leave that up while I'm okay. So here's the part where she pushes him into the Peltzer blender or whatever, and it spins around, and the legs are all in, and the green goo goes everywhere. I think part of the green blood also might be that Evil Dead effect, where if it's red blood, they rate it harder, so you can get a lesser rating if it's green blood. So here's the part where one of the Mogwais is throwing dishes at her, and she's fighting him off with a TV tray and a big butcher knife. And she stabs that thing to death like an angry, she looks like a avenging angel. Oh my goodness, this turned into I spit on your grave. Suck it, bitch. So now another one comes and she sprays it with Pam, and then that's the one that goes in the microwave. I can't believe how quick a gremlin explodes in the microwave. Like it's almost like time lapsed. It takes like less than 2 minutes to explode a gremlin. Oh, it's light in there. Duh. What are you, stupid? Yeah, okay, that's why it's bright in there. So now she grabs 2 butcher's knives. Fuck. So yeah, I love this. At this point, she's become Ripley an alien. She's just owning everything. Badass in a cardigan. Fuck that. Team Mom. I miss wearing costumes during these live streams so bad. So now there's wiggling in the stocking, this is an awesome use of a jump scare. We've had, as far as like rhythmically, we've had scare, 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 and then she gets away and we get jump scare. And then of course the jump scare will lead us to scare. So like from a storytelling movie, my movie dork side is coming out. I had warned people there will be pretentious movie talk. And now the Christmas tree attacks her. This is metaphoric as hell. And then, oh, look at her, she's stabbing away. Oh, hell yeah, get her. Oh, man, this is fantastic. And I love how she's kicking with the feet. That's great directing. And she's stabbing away with both. That's Joe Dante, though. I mean, he had D. Wallace in The Howling. So now here comes Billy Peltzer, once again, just totally inept hero. What does he do in this? No wonder I sympathize with him. He's just hanging out. Okay, never mind. He got a sword. I forgot. Attaboy. Ooh, and then he chops the gremlin's head off and it goes into the fireplace. And of course, badass Ripley Mom. That's dope. I forgot about that scene where the gremlin head is in the fireplace burning like a Yule log. All right, now here's Stripe. Stripe's about to... Stripe blows his nose on the curtains just as an added little FU before he leaves. That's good characterization, We know Stripe is an extra dick. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Mayan says she's seen this movie before, but she can't remember it much. It's awesome. It's got so much little... It stands up to me is the key reason it's so good. Let's see. It's probably good. We didn't microwave when it came out. Bruce Dern was great in The Burbs. Yes, I agree. Let me see here. I think it was too young. That's why. Explorers Get Slept On, such a great film. It's weird. It's like a kind of a more like goth Goonies. Like all the kids in it are like kind of half depressed. Like you kids need to be on proper medication. Saw The Howling when it first comes out on 5 tabs of LSD or Sid, whatever. But oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a way to see that shit. Let's see. Dick Miller was in Piranha too. Yeah, Dick gets around, man. Dick gets in a lot of stuff. The Howling's my favorite werewolf movie, and D. Wallace to sign my steelbook, and she wrote, "Bite me." Oh, she's the sweetest, most awesome. I mentioned it on last night's stream, but I'm going to mention it again because it made my week. I wished her a happy birthday this week, and I posted a picture of us at a fan fest. And she messaged me back a sloppy hand heart. I was like, oh, D, yeah. Or she commented back. Me and her don't got a private thing going on. That's not anything I'm allowed to talk about. Let's see here. The green blood was wicked. So now they're going out into the town after Stripe. He had a Robbie the Robot when he was a kid. We are besties. His mom went nuts in the theater during that scene. It's traumatic. It's as scary as anything in any horror movie. She's being attacked in her own home by monsters, and she's fighting them off with monsters and kicking and screaming. And she has to be rescued. Which is fucked up. She has to be rescued because she holds her own for like 5 gremlins. I think she could have fought those ones in the trees off. That's the patriarchy for you, god damn it. They call themselves D-Don. Old microwaves took longer to cook. Yeah, right on. Donna Zelda roasted. Yeah, I did a chat where I was Zelda Rubinstein, and everybody was like, "Who are you supposed to be?" That became the running gag of the whole thing. It's like, I don't get what you are. I'm like, how do you not get who I am? I'm clearly a televangelist. So now this mug jumps in the pool. So we were talking last night about classic pool movies because night swim. I've been on this thing since I've been staying in the hotel where I've been sleeping in, or I've been going for night swims. Like I like to swim at like 10 at night and get into the hot tub. Yesterday I swam 20 laps and then I did 20 minutes in the hot tub. I mean, I can't really get a workout in the hotel, so that's my fake workout, is trying to get laps in, Rocky 3 style, bro. So I'm always thinking of like swimming pool movies like Cocoon, and we were talking about Night Swim, and It Follows, and Let the Right One In. And now I forgot Gremlins is a good swimming pool movie with the bubbling. Oh boy. So anyways, Poltergeist is and that's a good swimming pool movie. Thank you, Brian. Very appropriate. Let me see how Jamie's like, they were willing to take more risks with PG content back then and everything. Yeah, exactly. I liked all those scary movies. When you look at Jaws and all them, it's like there's so much more. I don't know, the stuff that we were shown as kids and we laugh about it now. Like they never show that to kids now. It's like, yeah, they even told us it was fine then. Oh, let's see. Oh boy, so many people popping in. That's awesome. Let's see here. Cheetah says he was watching Forbidden Planet last week, talking about Robbie the robot. Don't play Marco Polo with the ghost in the pool. Thank you, man. How do you always make it worse? I posted a picture of a scary ass Ronald McDonald on my Instagram, and Mayan's like, he just wants to play with you. No wonder I love her so much. Let me see here. Swamp Thing in Twitter. Swim fan. Showgirls. 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 Jamie. No wonder I love Jamie Hart. Yeah, Showgirls that's a damn winner. That's a damn winner. You hated It Follows with a passion? Oh, I kind of love it. It's about like teen sex and STDs and stuff. It's like, it's got under like a subtext to it, but it's just so creepy and weird when everybody else can't see the monster that's just like fixated at you and zombily walking towards you. It's got such a cool, eerie tone. If you don't think it's a movie about teen sex, why is the phone shaped like birth control? Deep shit, bro. John Steele hated the Babadook is too. Oh, man, you guys are hard on these movies. Are you familiar with the Dogman films? How about The Beast of Bray Road? Have you seen that? That's terrible. Let me see. Showgirls is the best pool scene ever. That's why as soon as you said it, I was like, oh my God. I'm just remembering. Oh, dear Lord. Extremely annoying kid that showed depressing mom. And Jamie, yes, it was. See, Russell agrees. To survive, It Follows. Just give it to me when people pass it on. Oh, Mikey's making no sex jokes. So here, Mr. Futterman is getting attacked, and the Gremlins are driving a damn snowplow into his house. Another Christmas beat. I'll make sure to go back later and clip the picture of me doing the Showgirls in the pool scene, and we'll post that as a separate short. So here the priest takes the letters out to the mailbox. Well, I don't know if he's a priest. Okay. He takes the letters out to the mailbox. And his mail comes spitting back out at him. So we've had a child attacked, a mother attacked, a school teacher attacked, now a priest attacked, and then we're about to get an old woman attacked. Elizabeth Berkley actually threw Kyle's back out film in that pool scene. Yeah, I've known a few Elizabeth Berkleys in my day too. Dang, Jamie! Right. Let's see here. I only lost 3 followers with the reenactment of Showgirls. I believe that was Kyle MacLachlan, right? She turns him out that whole damn movie. Wild things. So what do we got here? We are at 1:22 a.m. So now here's another scene where Gizmo is holding a little tiny American flag. Like I said, one of the keys to the cuteness is how much perspective size stuff they can get him to play with, like the Barbie dream car and the little teeny keyboard and a little trumpet at Christmas. Like they find size appropriate things for him to do little Harpo Marx gags with. Let's see. Oh, you guys talking about the Babadook? I liked Vivarium too, but that little kid did, he was rough. But Vivarium, I mean, that's the point of it, right? Like the people go into the town and they get just trapped in suburban, humdrum, doldrum, boring, mind-numbing, everything the same every day, always the boring, nothing new, just vanilla, bland. And then the kid comes and it's just, and they start going crazy from it and stuff. It's like a real cynical, awful take on life, but it's an awesome movie. Okay, so now we're at the Mrs. Deagle's coming down the stairs on the chair. Deagle on the stairs on the chair. That's a good code word. So there's 38 minutes left in the movie. I didn't realize that that was that far into it before she gets attacked. So here we see Mrs. Deagle has been wearing a wig. She doesn't have that naturally dark hair. She's got gray hair. And she's a cat lady. She's got just filled with cats. Did I miss the joke where we're outside where I saw the hours of her building? I think I did. We might see it. I think we maybe see it again. Yeah, it was Kyle MacLachlan who gets his world rocked. My king is coming to assist. You know it, John? So here, they're getting ready to attack Mrs. Deagle. She goes, Mrs. Deagle is such a bitch. She's going to go throw ice water on Christmas carolers. And then here's the famous scene where the gremlins are caroling. And although totally ill-prepared to, he figures out how to hotwire that chair. I like that she has 2 chain locks on the door. You only need one. You have a bolt for the other one. My aunt agrees Vivarium is wild. It's way wild. Oh, and then here she goes up the chair. And she's screaming her ass off. And we get terrorized face view. Like, dang. She goes for such distance. Like it'd be funny if she went out the window, but she goes up. Even the cops who are looking at her is like, wow. So now and then this gremlin cuts the brake line on this cop car, and there we see Santa Claus getting attacked. So we've seen teacher, preacher, Santa, old lady, mom, pretty much every element of like emotional attachment you should have to things is what's getting attacked by the gremlins. They're the worst. Do the Caroline. Caroline, I swear this house. Mrs. Deagle flying through the window is amazing. Oh, the caroling again. It always seems like there's the part where they're attacking Corey Feldman at his house now. And they're hanging on the Christmas lights outside of his house trying to swing into the window because this movie is just hardcore. So he takes a huge pair of shears and cuts the Christmas lights. I always felt like he should have got electrocuted. So now here the Gremlins are just totally destroying the town now. They've moved on to messing with the sheriff. Mm-hmm. He plays Santa every year. Exactly. See, that's one of those lines that's not funny unless you've seen this like 8 times. This is like a Coen Brothers movie. It's like after you've seen it the 15th time, the lines that mean nothing are the best lines. May loves the Gremlins. Hoboken Hollow is a decent horror film with the actor who played Francis in Pee-wee's Big Adventure and played John Wayne Gacy. I know that actor. Yeah, that's another great pool scene I often think of when I'm in the pool. I do the Francis in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I act like I'm Godzilla and I splash the water and stuff. Jamie's favorite part is the bar. Yeah, I like the theater and the bar. That's like when this movie is First Blood. Gizmo is John Rambo, and he comes to town, and then all shit gets cut loose, and the gremlin has to come out, and he destroys the whole town, and the sheriff and the police and all the people get their comeuppance for messing with them. But when he destroys this whole town, and they're in the theater, and the place is on fire and everything, it's just the havoc they cause on such a massive scale, but it's just a little tiny town. So if they needed to be a sequel, you could have the Gremlins do everything. I think that was part of the reason they went to New York for the next one. I was like, how do we make this bigger? So here we are. They're in the bar now. I love the one for no reason. It makes no sense. The flasher. Phoebe Cates works so hard. She's serving the Gremlins. Like, she works at the bank in the morning, and then she gets up and she goes to the afternoon, like a happy hour shift at the bank. And then now she's there the late night shift serving the Gremlins cigarettes and lighting their cigarettes and stuff. Oh, let's see. What do we got going? Leprechaun 2 Russ. Jim's Retro, it's 7:30 a.m. there. Yeah, Jim's awesome. If you guys aren't familiar with Jim's Retro Emporium, him and his escapades with Kylie Minogue alone are legendary. Jim gets it. It is First Blood. See what I mean? It's the same story. Wait till I explain to you how The Karate Kid and 8 Mile with Eminem are the exact same movie. Jamie, yes, that town. See, I thought so. I had mentioned that earlier in the stream. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is just that Warner Brothers generic lot. It turns up in a lot of movies, but this one really lets you get a look at it. Oh, I saw Caveman popped in here too. Man, you guys, it's so nice to have so many of y'all here. A bunch of these comments going by so fast. Mikey's Morgill loves Phoebe Cates. Mayanne is tired. You go to sleep, you sweet thing. Mayanne, I love having you here. She is a pleasure. Constantly. Oh, here's the part where the gremlin is Ray Charles. God, these gremlins in this bar. Yeah, you get some sleep, May. Well, like I said, me and Larry are talking about trying to do Gremlins 2 tomorrow night a little bit earlier. So maybe you can pop in before bedtime on that one as well. John Steele is seconding the Phoebe Cates Appreciation Society. Me as well. Yeah, she's a they do her so wholesome. She's like, she's not gratuitous. She's a very cute, girl. She's sympathetic, So they're now this is the Flashdance homage with the maniac. He's dressed up in the leg warmers and doing the leg spin and everything. Yeah, the bar scene is off the hook. I want to party with these gremlins. This looks like me and Mikey going out and getting drunk. It's going to be a pleasure to meet you, Texas. I'm glad to have you, buddy. I'm going to have to look you up when this is done, when I'm going to have to follow you and be familiar with your work. Like I said, I checked you out earlier. You seem like a fun, cool dude. Jamie is going to dip out as well. It's 2:30 in the morning here. So, oh, no, you didn't say you're dipping out. She's just here. Jamie, cool. Yeah, it's, I'm an up and all-nighter. Oh, Mayann's here. She's just tired. Are you talking about for Gremlins 2 tomorrow? Caveman movie. Yeah, later, Texas. Night, Texas. That's everybody wishing you. Night, Mikey. See, there's a good community here. I like my people. Everybody's nice and friendly. So here's where Phoebe Cates figures out that the flash on the Polaroid camera is the good weapon. I'm surprised nobody has ever tried to recreate those Polaroid shots and sell them like on Etsy or at conventions or something. Like the point of view of the camera while she's using it. Here's the part. Yeah, these gremlins in the bar up to the craziest shenanigans. This one's wearing a winter cap and pointing a pistol at people. And now here's Billy and his VW bug, because he's a very non-threatening hero. You know what I mean? He can't drive a muscle car like Snake Plissken or something. He has to pull up in like a kind of a hippie, chill guy, nice dude car. Appreciate you back, Texas, man. Jamie, all right. Night Man. Or is Russell just following my lead and these people are never going to tell when they come and go? Hotter than a pistol. By golly. Good night, Jamie. Thank you for coming by. Queen Jamie, I don't mean to disrespect your throne. I appreciate having you. Same with Texas. Same with all you folks. The fact that you're still here at 1:30 in the morning Central Time, 2:30 Eastern, 12:30, what is it, 11:30 California time? Don't make me figure out what it is in Hawaii. Yeah, my British friends are getting up. I see. I saw Jim's Retro is up, and yeah. I should say my UK friends. I don't mean to be so careless with my words. So now, I believe, is this? Yeah, they got Gizmo in the backpack. Sorry, I'm caught up by a Phoebe Cates soliloquy. Waxwork, he does play the same type of role. I like him. Is he in Society as well? Just I might be confusing it, but yeah, Waxwork, he for sure plays the same kind of like bright-eyed dope. Like, yeah, here's the whole Santa thing, right? And Gizmo's listening all intently with the cute face. It's like, as if you're not in love with her already. And we haven't built her up this entire movie to be like this admirable woman who's like very easy to like. She's like super loyal and friendly and cute. Now she's going to explain how her life has been this big tragedy. So like now we really love her. It's smart writing. And like from a dark comedy standpoint, oh my God. Well, my dad was trying to be Santa Claus on Christmas and he got caught in the chimney and died. And then there was this rotten smell. Oh my God. Waxwork is weird. I agree, but I like Waxwork. Waxwork is like isn't it an anthology basically? It's like a hidden anthology because each little Waxwork setting is like its own separate horror movie, even though they use the same characters. I think it's a really kind of smart way of doing an anthology. Jamie says before she goes, Waxwork's rules and needs one love. Oh, Jamie. Yeah. Well, I like Waxwork because it's like. Isn't that the one that's like Heathers, or is that Society? I get them confused. I watched them both on a double feature one time, and then I get bits and pieces of them intertwined. But I remember, Megan says this movie is very entertaining. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's once again another Christmas beat. We see the whole town burnt up, but we see all the Christmas trees still being Christmas. May's never seen Waxwork. We can get to it after the holidays. Society is like Heather's. Thank you. Jamie speaks Don. She understands. That's why I like having her here. Waxwork is cool. Second on, not so much. Yeah, as I recall, Waxwork was, like I say, a hidden anthology. Like each little Waxwork setting that comes to life is like its own little mini story, and then it makes up like a bigger story, kind of like. So now we're doing the big wide shot of this crane shot where we see cars on fire and Dory's Tavern and all this, and just the total wreckage these gremlins have caused in this town. See, that's weird. In a sequel, you're supposed to go bigger and better. You know what I mean? Like in the first movie, it tells the story, and then we make it a bigger deal for the second one. In the second one, they go to New York, which is bigger, but they stay in a building the whole time. Like that's kind of a joke, right? Like a storytelling joke. So now they see that they're in the theater. Oh boy. The Gremlins in the theater is just fantastic. They're watching, what is it, Snow White. They're loving it. Oh, that's right. I'll have to, hold on. I'll try to do it, man. Tomorrow when I talk to people and I sound like Dizzy Gillespie or old Satchmo, I'll be like, hey, what's up? Oh, dear Lord. Best to go blind. Oh, wait, God damn it. Best to go in blind for Society, man. I agree. Mikey's Morgue agrees. Society and Heathers are awesome movies. Society reminds me of Bubblicious Bubblegum. I can think of a lot of things Society reminds me of, but yeah. Oof. I'm gonna be so hurting. Society is a laugh. Hell yeah! Everybody's like, everybody knows Bubblicious. That was a good joke. And they're watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and they're loving it. Too funny. They're in the theater just kicking it. Why are they showing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at this time in this old-timey theater? Don't they get new movies there? Shouldn't they be seeing Back to the Future? His reaction to society. Where that man's face ends up will make you think some things. It's weird seeing Mikey call a movie weird, because when I met him, we went to some videos. I couldn't stop seeing that. And I was like seeing TC for the first time again. Yeah. All right. On that note, Jamie's out. Good night, Queen Jamie. Thank you for stopping by. You made the chat lots of new faces, lots of fun faces. It was good to have you all here. I'm glad this one's got to be getting just about to the end. There is 20 minutes left. You figure probably 5 of credits, so we're probably in this last 15, I would think. Good night, Jamie. Sweet dreams. Society's a laugh riot. So now the Gremlins are acting the fool in the theater the same way they were in the diner or the bar. I'm sorry. And Billy just decides to burn the theater to the ground, like friggin' Inglorious Bastards or whatever. He's just like, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna burn this whole thing to the ground. I'd rather put out a fire than try to keep trying to contain these gremlins. You kids. Mikey, you like some crazy stuff, my dear. I agree. So now here we're getting the classic horror. I mean, this is like straight out of Aliens, where they're running down the hallway and the monsters are just like chasing them. And she's holding the door and the hands are all coming in. Yeah, this feels straight out of Aliens. Well, like Alien. Yeah, you guys are going up. Montgomery Ward, that's good product placement. Yeah, totally Inglorious Bastards. Peace out. So now we see the Gremlins just burning to death. And they're like making jokes while they're dying and stuff. Like, forget that stupid band in the Titanic that plays as they're going down. The Gremlins are being funny till the end, bro. They're living that comedic lifestyle like Wile E. Coyote. Oh, Stripe was away getting candy. That motherfucker. Man, love this movie. Man, are you watching along as well? You usually do on these things, but I didn't know if you were or not. So right there, I love he breaks into the candy store with one of those little kid bubble popper dealies I used to have when I was a baby. Like that helps you learn how to walk. It's like it looks like a baby lawnmower, but the little marbles pop when you push it along the floor. Like that's what he breaks into the place with. Like they pick the craziest stuff as like for I don't know. It's not symbolism. It's just for tone. It's supposed to be childlike. I think Oddly enough, I haven't seen Society, but I heard a lot. Did see 2 of the Human Centipede. See, yeah, John Steele understands exactly what's going on with this type of movie, or with Society, I should say. Yeah, it's a bit of a body horror. I think Katie from Poppin' the Popcorn was she was the one who was not big on Society, as I recall. Maybe she liked it. I don't think she did. Let's see. I can't stand the Titanic. Unpopular opinion, maybe. I didn't particularly like Titanic either. It's a beautifully shot film, but I find most of the characters to be relatively unlikable. I think it's it's such a pretty and well-made movie, but it was really lifted up by teenage girls who thought that Leonardo DiCaprio was hot. That's pretty much it's. Plenty of movies have been carried by a pretty woman, so the idea of some pretty man carrying a movie makes sense to me. And Kate Winslet was having a moment then, so the 2 of them kind of met at just the right point of their apex of star power and stuff. And James Cameron was like such a popular director, especially after T2 and all his other big hits. I think it just fell into a perfect place. Same with Avatar. I don't think Avatar is all that great. Any of those movies, I find them very, derivative. But people love them. There are folks who think Avatar is like the most amazing thing in the world, like changed their life. Man is watching it with me, and Human Centipede is disgusting. Oh, you guys. It's a one-time watch because we don't have time for that. Yeah, exactly. Human Centipede is awesome. It's a beautiful one-time watch. It's I almost said it, it's an acquired taste. No, it's it's one of those movies where if you like gross thought, like, oh man, that's awful. That's a new one that I never thought of as being terrible. You know what I mean? Like, if you got an active imagination like me, where everything could be a nightmare if you want it to be, to have somebody be like, "You ever think of this one?" It's like, nope, didn't think of that one. Thanks. There's a new one I can throw in the bank. I've been trying to stump Mikey with things on the end. Mikey is impossible to stump. Mikey's a deep cut guy. That's actually how we became friends, because I've seen a lot of stuff. I try to see all the popular stuff because that's what people talk about. That's what gets attention. But then he's the one that puts me on just like stuff that slips second tier under the radar. I keep up on the cult classics and stuff, but things that I hadn't heard of, Mikey's always got for me. So yeah, he's a deep cut master. I'm putting that on screen, but I'm not going to say it aloud, Mikey. And it isn't lying. All right. So now Billy and gang are fighting it in the department store, and this is a good place to have like a fight. Duking it out with a monster at the end, because they can go from like scene to scene, almost like we were saying about Waxwork. It's like you go to the sporting goods section and you have a sporting goods fight, and then you go to the fountain scene or whatever. I've never understood. I guess it's the gardening section or whatever. But like at one point he's in the toy section and he attacks them in there and stuff. Here Gizmo is in the bedding outlet section. Russell says the old Brit film. Yeah, I have a Time to Remember on DVD. Man says when I looked through all his stuff, it was like walking on shattered glass for me. Oh boy, I love the dude, but dang. Oh boy. It was very dark and I was scared. That's Maze spinning a yarn about how terrifying these films are. So now here, he attacks him with a chainsaw, and then later on he pulls out a pistol. Like, Stripe is every level of a monster. Oh, everybody loving each other again. What time is it? It's almost 10 to 2. So here's the callback. Earlier in the movie, he was watching a racing movie and he was kind of fantasizing about a racer. And now Gizmo is in the Barbie dream car, and you can see him doing the same thing as the guy in the movie. That's a very realistic scene. In a normal movie, the villain would take a chainsaw and cut right through a baseball bat in like one chop. Here, he puts the chainsaw against the thing and like is fighting with him, and it takes a while to get through the bat. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to in real life. But if this was a Texas Chainsaw movie, it'd be like one chop or whatever. Stripe being pulled around by the chainsaw like blade. That's hilarious comedy. It's very Wile E. Coyote. I put this in one of my community chat polls a while ago, but you tell me, scarier, gremlins, ghoulies, or critters? I think gremlins are scarier, but critters are they're a mess. What about munchies? Is that what they're called? So now Gizmo's out of control in the Barbie dream car, knocking everything over. Somehow the dog has been with them the whole movie. This is a loyal ass animal. Yep, and now we're in the home and garden section. This department store is massive. Munchies. That's what I was looking for. It bumps around. Critters are more ravenous. Yeah, I agree. Munchies. John Steele feels me. Like ghoulies are demons, right? Like I didn't even put troll from Troll 1 or 2 or whatever. Does Troll 2 even have trolls in it? I didn't put them in there because they're total goofs. But yeah, the ghoulies are demons, so that's pretty tough to beat. You know where tough to beat is in the gate when you stick your hand through a door and you close it off and it turns into the claymation little monsters and stuff like yeah. That's I think they would probably be good in this little tiny monster fight I'm creating. Tiny Monster Royal Rumble this fall on pay-per-view. Hit me up. Man says whichever has a creature pop at the toilet because I'm scared of my toilet to this day. Oh yeah, that's ghoulies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And those are demonic ones. So they technically got the power of Satan with them, I guess. That makes them extra bad. Yeah, there you go, ghoulies. Munchies is awesome. The girl playing putt-putt. Yeah. Gremlins are funny and critters are hungry. That's deep. Dude, Russell's bringing the poetry tonight. That's a couple times you've rocked my feeble mind with your wordplay, my friend. Good movie, Russell. Man's laughing. These ones are dead. Now Russell got the munchies. That's a good joke too, Russell. So they open the window and Stripe is about to hop in the fountain, but they open the blinds at the last second in the home and garden section, and he gets turned into bubble and goo as he falls into the water. And that felt weird. It felt like more weird stuff could just pop out at any second. Don't they? But it's a weird skeleton, right? Yeah, ghoulies are demons. Yeah, that's what I recall. So they got the power of the gate creatures, and the subspecies one are very similar. I'm not sure I've seen the subspecies one. So yeah, there's the part where his skeleton jumps out like all covered in goo and tries to attack him one last time. Yeah, every element of a horror movie. It's like they just went through and got all the horror movie beats, and then they made sure there was a Christmas beat like every 5 minutes, and then they just made a family movie off of that story. I've decoded Gremlins for you. There you go. Thank you. You're welcome. Awesome dog acting. The way the dog backs away from the goo on the floor, like, ooh. Man's glad she's watching this one tonight. Thank you, man. I'm glad you're here too. Me and you talking about it last night on last night's stream is what inspired me to check it out. I was trying to think of what to watch, and I usually watch this every year around Christmas, anyways, because it's it's a weird Christmas movie. But if you like horror movies, it's a great Christmas movie to watch, right? Russell says the Gate 2 is bollocks. I didn't like it. It was a weird turn to follow the friend. The nerdy friend, although he's good in that first one. Man, it's the first time you're watching Gremlins. No, she's seen it before. But, no, she's seen it, but it was too young to remember the whole thing. Yeah, it's oh, and then here the old man comes back when he takes back the this dude is the guy from Kung Fu. That's how I always think of him when I'm a kid. When he comes back to take back the Mogwai and gives him his little money and throws it on the couch, like, bitch, I don't need your cash. And then he picks up the Mogwai and you hear him say, like, bye, Barry. Man, that's so sad and touching. Russell, fate is in the hands of God, but I control your destiny. Oh, don't you try to get overly deep on me, Russell. This movie's amazing. Yeah. It's like I say, it hits all the right tones because it also hits nostalgia for me, right? So it just, it's given me Christmas. It's given me a family movie. It's a comedy. It's got horror elements. It's, it reminds me of when I was a kid. There's so much to it that makes it like undeniably awesome. Like whenever I see like a little kid with a Mogwai toy, I'm like, that's a cool little kid. You know. Echo loves the Gremlins. Yeah. Echo likes to be feisty and give contrarian opinions like Mikey, but he knows good stuff. I love this old man just bitches him out. Like he kind of gives society a lesson. Like, you guys, get it together. You had 3 simple rules to follow, and now the Gremlins are destroying the place. He wants to say something to you. So then Billy, with his stupid, doesn't have a clue what's going on face, like he's had the whole movie. He's such a dipshit. I love Billy. I'm more Billy than I am any other action hero. Bye, Billy. Yeah. The feels, bro. The feels. So, great. White accident. The mom is just a trooper. She's got a patch over her like injury, and she's still just Christmasing it up. Billy got the busted arm. And the dad gives him the Peltzer smokeless ashtray. Mikey loves it. Mikey loves it. So yeah, now Grandpa's leaving with Gizmo. What a bummer. Even the dog walks him out. Big Christmas shot at the end. We see all these lights and Santa and stuff, reinforcing that, you know, Christmas is an important theme in this movie. And then these two got Christmas card sweaters on, so you can tell they're a couple. And then he goes walking away through like a Christmas village, a Norman Rockwell painting. Like that's clearly a matte painting. It looks crazy. It looks like something out of a Tim Burton movie. Wow, this shot lingered for like 9 years. The shot of the old man at the end when he walks away with the Mogwai. Oh, let's see. Pete was Corey Feldman. Harry Carey Jr. was in this movie. Hungry Child was Daniel Llewellyn. Dory by Kenny Davis. Lynn Peltzer was Frances Lee McCain. So that's that badass mom. Deputy Brent, man, she was put on there low. Jackie Joseph. 4 stunt players. Multiple special effects vocals. There's Howie Mandel. Barney was played by Mushroom. Y'all should just called him Mushroom. That's a way better name. So Barney the dog was Mushroom. I'll be damned. So that is Gremlins, the classic American family Christmas horror movie comedy nostalgia piece from the 80s. So yeah, if you're into something, Gremlins probably delivers it. I thank you all for coming and hanging out. I had a jump in chat. It was going so fast I couldn't even read it at one point. It was insane.
Ready?
Yikes. There we go. You got Daffy Duck on there now?
Yes.
All right.
Stop the music. Nobody listens to me.
When's the last time you saw this?
Man, it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. I've seen the other Gremlins. Like I saw it last year. The first one.
Yeah. Well, I saw Gremlins last night, and then I watched it again when I watched all those cartoons this past summer. So, like, yeah, at this point, it's funny. Like when you talk about a specific thing over and over again, YouTube makes you an expert at it. So if you publish one video about something, you know what I mean, you got low cred. It's like a video game or whatever. The more achievement you have. At this point, I've published so much Gremlin content. Like when they push Gremlin people toward me, like
Nice.
I don't know. I always get people who want to like argue Chinese mythology with me and stuff. It's like, bro, I don't know. I like Mogwai. Gizmo's cute. Leave me alone.
We got the RIP Twin Towers, man.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
Never forget.
Never forget, bro. Zach Galligan's credit. You got that yet? Okay, good. So we are synced up good enough.
Yeah, I think we're pretty synced up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jamie Hart is here. Girl. Queen Jamie, the current horror tuber of the month. Welcome. You are always you're a wonderful person to have here.
The Ice Queen of December, of horror December.
Oh, the Ice Queen. There you go. I was calling you the Christmas King. Was I calling you what? Father Horror Christmas or something? Father Entertainer Christmas, I mean. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I forgot to give you your proper do you have that on your I figured you'd have it as the title underneath your name there.
Oh.
Title, like how mine says again with the Gremlins. Yours should say the horror or the YouTube entertainer of the month.
Oh man, it's just, I mean, I don't know.
You're not proud of it like that. You don't walk around with the
No, I'm definitely proud of it. It's just, you know, like I wasn't. It was really I was not expecting it, man. It's just I'm humbled by it. You know, I don't know. It's like even before, you know, when we had talked about it, I was like, it was nice to be nominated, man, and it's like it's really cool. I was super surprised that I actually got it.
Well, it was well deserved. You're as far as the community goes, people love you. You put out awesome content. I'm proud as hell because I was one of the guys right away who was like, "Y'all seen Larry? Larry's the man." Larry's the man. And so, yeah, I'm glad that people right away realized my friend is a good guy who makes awesome content. So speaking of good friends who make awesome content, Sarah is here. Sarah was previously on a live stream earlier where she was breaking down the top 5 movies of the year. So
Nice.
With Bearded Entertainment, I believe that's whose channel it was on. Sometimes with the multi-streams, I forget, man. A lot floating around in the old duder's head. But let's see. Jamie says, Queen of Hearts will do. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, people are now welcoming these folks. That's nice to see everybody coming.
Is it just me or this guy, the Robert, what's the name? Richard Picardo. He's he looks like the dude he looks like his character in Inner Space.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like his character. It's like he came off. Well, it is Joe Dante too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So there you go. He's like, okay, I got these 2 movies. I want you to be in both of them. You got to be the same character.
Well, isn't he kind of always the same character? He's just sort of the smug dick. Like he's just real condescending. He has a look on his face. He's got resting jerk face, you know.
He wasn't in Star Trek though.
There you go.
I don't remember him being like, you know, he almost has a Ted Raimi thing going on.
But wasn't he a computer program though?
Yes.
Was he a doctor computer program, right? Like
yeah.
It's been a minute. I'm wrong. If a Star Trek person pops up and challenges me, I will give up in a second. I quit.
We're gonna get canceled because we got them.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit on my end. I don't know if that was me or you, but
Can you hear me?
You hear me okay? No,
I got you
back. Okay, good. Right on. Now the theme with the last movie where Gizmo is watching the race car scene and then later on he drives the Barbie car. We just saw him watching Rambo where he shoots the little bow and arrow. Or Rambo shoots the bow and arrow. So then later on we're going to see Gizmo shoot that. So I didn't want to miss the callback. They put a lot of trouble into that. Okay, now here we see the Clamp building. This brings up a bunch of stuff. Do you think Clamp is Trump?
I don't
That's
really
what
see
they
that.
say he's supposed to be.
Well, I mean, I can see the reference, but I feel like I don't know if it's just like that he plays it differently. I mean, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know Trump, so I can't really say like I got him on speed dial or anything. I can't really.
Tight. You guys are tight.
Yeah.
No, he the building and the name and the branding and everything and all that, I think is supposed to be Trump. The way that he's portrayed by dude is not. That's definitely not. He's more of a slick businessman, like slimy car dealership, like a Wall Street guy almost.
And then he totally flips the script at the end, right? Like towards the end, he becomes like, I want to save humanity and all this stuff.
Yeah, I think he is also supposed to be a little bit of Ted Turner, because Ted Turner was a big deal when this came out. Like, Ted Turner's not really a household name like he was back then. He was one of our key rich guys back then.
Yes, Echo called it. Hey, the captain's here.
Yeah, we got the captain here. I saw him go by. I didn't want to miss a chance to say hello to the captain. He's a favorite of mine and yours. And if you're not familiar with Captain Adam, talk about a dude who makes content that, see what I mean? As soon as you say it, it's like that guy.
Yep.
If anybody
Captain
needs
Adam,
to be
man.
on Adult Swim, Captain Adam. Captain Adam needs to be, or at least make those little interstitials on Saturday Night Live or whatever. Captain Adam needs to handle that.
We got our first somber moment when Wing died.
Yeah, that's one of the things with Gizmo. For a puppet, he's arguably one of the most sympathetic there's ever been. Like he's when he's happy, it's easy to laugh at him and be happy, and when he's sad and stuff, it's like I don't know. That puppet has a lot of emoting to him. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely tugs at the heartstrings.
Yeah. I think it's a mixture of the Ted Turner clamp or a Trump, like I say, all the branding and the way the logos look in New York. But I think they kind of want it, especially since Trump sues a lot of people. I think they kind of were like, let's try to have a case that's something else just in case.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Texas dropped in. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Tex, how's it going, man?
Yeah, he was here last night. He's a cool guy. I like him. I found him through Sean Blue Digital.
Yeah, that's how I found a lot of people too, man, through Sean. Sean's got a lot of cool stuff, man. Sean's really, really cool. Really, really cool guy.
My threads run all over the place. I mostly Sean Blue Digital, Popping the Popcorn, Gareth, Video Tasties. Because those threads all go in different directions. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of overlap in other ones, but once the Katie well goes one way and the Gareth well kind of goes another way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to say I think I found Rob and Captain Adam through Gareth, because I found Gareth through you. I saw Gareth's channel through you, and then I think Gareth was on Rob's, the Odd Squad on Friday, and then that's where I caught them, and then it became my Friday night routine. It's like I'm always on the chat there because
the way HBO Max does it, they tell you how much is left. Spicoli, I apologize. So mine says 136, 23, 22, 21, 20. It's like a dumb countdown on mine. Do you have an actual timestamp on yours, Larry?
No, I think let me see.
Is it the dumb countdown thing?
Yeah, it's the backwards. It's a backwards countdown.
Because even if you put your mouse over the scroller and something, you would think it would tell you. It's like, we don't want people doing watch-alongs or being haters. Let's see here.
He's a good artist, man.
And then Philip Morgan is here. Welcome, Philip. Nice to see you.
Hey, Philip.
Let's see. My mag. Look at Russell here. It's always nice to have Russell.
Hey, Russell. How's it going, man?
Hey, that's what Captain Adam says. Yeah, exactly. You get in the chats. That's how I found Macabro, and that's how I found Echo. Just all through friends of friends, and then Now they're my people. It's how anybody meets cool people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, it was one of those things where once I, found Rob and kept him at him, it's like that's my Friday night routine. It's like
Yeah,
I'm always jumping on there with the Odd Squad.
Yeah, the Odd Squad's that's a good follow for Friday night early. It kicks off the weekend.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I was trying to look up. That's who it is. I always forget her. The lady with the red hair, smoking the cigarette here.
Mm-hmm.
It's Haviland Morris. She's in like 16 Candles.
Yeah, she's the girlfriend of the main guy. She ends up with Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah, exactly. She's the one that like got her hair cut or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember what else she was in. She's like in a bunch of she has 53 credits. You know what I mean? So like she works, but yeah, she's not. She plays so many different characters. She's not. Yeah, she's in 16 Candles. She's in Tales from the Dark Side, the series, Gremlins 2, The Last Supper, Home Alone 3.
There's no Home Alone 3.
Thank you. I was waiting for the punchline on that one.
Isn't that what's his name?
So much TV. And then she was the voice of Theodora in the Gremlins Secret of the Mogwai cartoon. Theodora is the radish.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of the characters goes insane and he has a pet radish that he talks to, and then they get to a magical city and the radish comes out as like a woman, and it's Theodora all of a sudden from Ted. So she's a trans radish in that show. Phoebe Cates' hat, yay or nay?
It's a little out there. I wonder how heavy that is.
Oh, it's gotta be.
Like just having to wear that all day. I'm sure it's like. And it's really, this guy really harkens back to Grandpa Munster, really.
I think he's like supposed to be an amalgamation of all of them too. He's totally like Al. Why am I drawing the name of Al Lewis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grandpa Munster, who after the Munsters did a lot of late night TV hosting stuff as Grandpa Munster. I don't know what the copyright was on that or what, but I think he was basically like Grandpa Al or something later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think he's also supposed to kind of be all of them. But I think Al Lewis had a connection with Ted Turner, maybe. Yeah, now this turns into Fright Night for like 2 minutes here. This was directed by Dante, but also by Chuck Jones. It has 2 director credits.
Oh, I guess for the animation parts?
I guess. Yeah, that would be Chuck Jones. That's interesting. I've never seen that before in the credits.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Now,
the interwebs.
There you go. Some people say Gremlins 2 is better than Gremlins 1. Are you in that camp, or are you a Gremlins purist?
They're different.
Exactly.
They're different.
This one's a parody.
Yeah. No, yeah. They're definitely. It's definitely an over the top campier, version of the original Gremlins. I really like the original Gremlins a lot. I really do like this one too, especially all the new Gremlins that they have and everything. And this one has my favorite, I guess, Mogwai version of a Gremlin, which is Daffy, or is Daffy the one with the crazy eyeballs? I don't know. I love that one.
Yeah, he's like the most.
No, I mean, out there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this one's got. You remember how when they made Batman 3, they were like, Schumacher was like, they just came to me and were like, things have got to be toys, man. Like, you need to understand, we're here to make money off toys. This one's got the most like toys to be sold, like, you know, the spider gremlin and the bat gremlin, and you wouldn't happen to anybody who has anything like that, would you, Larry? Like, for those of you who don't know, Larry,
Not that I know of.
Larry on his channel has a bunch of awesome videos you need to go check out of excuse me, of a whole series of these. He does figure reviews, those like real cool articulate modern ones where like they look almost like little miniature statues. So these look almost like props, like you can see almost the slime on that one spider gremlin. And yeah, so I recommend those videos for sure. Check those out. So don't give it to him for free, Larry. Don't give it to him for free. Just,
Those guys are put away in their cages right now.
okay, that a boy. Here's Christopher Lee.
Now, what I was gonna say, we missed Tuco Salamanca.
Don't interrupt me talking about Christopher Lee to talk about Tuco Salamanca. I saw him. I saw what you were talking about. Old boy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him go by. And now here's the scene with the two twins. They're memorable as hell.
Yeah.
Especially when they dance.
Or when the one guy kills his brother with in Terminator 2.
Oh, yeah. I was like, he kills his brother in this? Oh, yeah. I got you.
There's also, what was it? I was going to mention the other guy, Tuco Salamanca, was also in Alien Resurrection. The greatest of all Alien films. Not really.
Don't make me crawl through this screen. See, this is ironic. Dracula and the twins is what I call my junk. Took you a second, didn't it?
Oh, man.
I like how you register, like, what are you talking? Oh, wait a minute.
Say, Christopher Lee's not having this.
No, not at all. Count Dooku was like, get back in your bowl.
Saruman was like, get back in there.
How many fantasy references can we make about Christopher Lee? All of them.
He's a metal singer, and he's a wizard. He's a Sith Lord. I mean, guy can do everything. He's Dracula.
You talk about a resume. You talk about a resume. Exactly, Dracula. Video
but I mean, he had a metal album, man. A metal album.
He's Christopher Lee. What can't he do?
Yeah, exactly.
So I like how they show the early version of technology like being broken down and janky because they always roll things out too early, and this whole building is like nothing quite works right and keeps breaking down.
Now, what I don't understand, like, sorry to interrupt, like, you see the top of that screen where that was like having an issue. There's like a little blue switch, like a slider switch. I wonder if that's supposed to be like a privacy. I don't know if you caught that. That was the first time I ever saw that.
Now explain to me how the 3 seashells and Demolition Man work.
I can't get that for you, man. Sorry.
No, okay.
I'm gonna be doing what Stallone does. It's just cussing up a storm, getting that paper, man.
Let's see. Let me get back to the chat here. Let's see here. Joseph says he's seen Gremlins, but not Gremlins 2. Brian Masks says that he really likes both Gremlins and Gremlins 2. I'm a Gremlins purist. I think Gremlins original is the best, and then this is like a very cartoonish, fun adventure. I like them both, but differently. If I had to choose one or the other, I would for sure take the first one because I like the scarier tone.
The scarier, serious tone. Yeah.
Yeah. Larry has
thanks,
a great
Brian.
channel. Definitely. Joseph's going to check that out. Kal-El, Superman, sir. Welcome. Son of Jor-El. That's my guy, Kal-El. If you haven't checked out my man, he's a cool dude. Cool dude. I am back, sir. We've gone mobile. Like There used to be a GI Joe guy that had like a little laptop and a thing. I got that little satellite dish. That's me. Let's see. Check out Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yeah, I need to check that out as well. Folks are saying hi to Cal.
Jamie's saying she likes Alien Resurrection. I have no issue with Alien Resurrection. I actually saw it in the theater. And it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst either.
Well, oh, sorry, that's too weird. I can't do that. Wow, Joseph's ripped Dr. Sam Loomis. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, he went out like a champ. He shot him 6 times. That's a limited Donald Pleasance. There you go. Jamie Hart likes Alien Resurrection. Jamie's the opposite of Mikey. Mikey goes way out crazy. Jamie like fights for the underdog. She's like, I like that movie. Give it a break. I'm kind of like that too, Jamie. Though I think how hard it is to make even a YouTube video. So imagine how hard it is to make a major motion picture and deal with all the corporate people and then all the work people. You got to manage up and manage down. You got to all of it. It's a lot. The fact that anything ever gets done and makes sense is kind of amazing. So the only time I ever don't like a movie is when it's not a professional quality product. And almost all major motion pictures are a professional quality product. So I give almost everything a D or above. Very few things ever get an F with me.
Well, I mean, I feel like there's always something that there's always something you might be able to find with films. There's always like,
well, if you can make an awesome movie for cheap, that's the most amazing movie. That's more impressive to me than a big epic. Who cares if you spend $500 million? But if you can make an awesome movie for $6 million or even for whatever, 50,000 or whatever, that's amazing. But sometimes I'll see things that are like, that's iPhone footage. How did this get a movie poster and end up on Tubi? Like, then those are the ones where I'm like, I can't co-sign on this guy. This is not even a professional product.
So you don't like you don't like that movie Unsane then?
Well, the fan films that are on YouTube are so much better than things that are professional quality and are getting distributed and all that. So, pay the fan film folks. They're out there. Just go find them.
Yeah, a lot of the times they'll have a really good story to tell too.
Could be kid films. I rarely hated a movie, but I did hate on Skinamarink. That movie kind of I haven't seen Skinamarink actually. The name is very catchy.
Yeah, I kept hearing a lot of mixed bag about that, and then Jamie's highly sought after recommendation that she just started, talking about right now too. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Well, I need to get caught up on so much stuff. I was just going through the menus on all those apps I reinstalled, and I was like, oh, there's like 15 things on Netflix now I'm behind on, and then that's not even any shows or whatever. So we're still sort of building up the first act goings on. We haven't had a Gremlins or Gremlins outbreak. That's the distinction I use. When they're furry, they're a Mogwai. When they're green, they're a Gremlin. That's what I go with. I don't know if I made that up.
Now I will say this because I was watching Scrooged earlier. When I see this movie, like it really reminds me of that. Like the look of it, even though it's a Richard Donner film. I mean, totally. I don't know, for whatever reason, because I mean, even the guy that plays Clamp, he's in that film also, and Scrooged. But I don't know, for whatever reason, like when I watch this movie, like I don't know, I maybe because it's also in New York, who knows? I don't know.
Well, that's what I was looking to see if there was some crossover, like any names that jumped out at me, writer, producer, director, something or whatever. Not particularly. Once again, the Gizmo puppet looking amazing. Like that looks real, like a real thing.
Yeah.
That's
If he was
CGI, he wouldn't look right, I don't think.
That's why I'm glad with the show they did it animated. Like why even why even try to like CGI it? I mean, just look at all the stuff that they try to CGI nowadays, and it's just like, man, it doesn't look timeless. Like this looks timeless. It's a puppet. It's practical effects. I feel like this right here has more emotion than a CGI one would.
Yeah. Well, the puppet, for some reason, the puppeteers not only manage the puppet, but they also really manage how people move at the right motion. And like CGI can't do that. It's still uncanny valley with movement, you know. So even things that are fake, like a Mogwai, it's like he's moving, looks fake. It's like there's no such thing as a Mogwai. It all looks fake. But like they can do the hair and they can do the other stuff, but yeah, they just can't get motion right yet. Like the people run wrong, and like when you punch a CGI monster, it like takes a hit wrong and stuff like that. They just can't get the physics correct, I don't think.
There's no weight to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Like
in some cases they do a decent job, but I mean, a lot of the times it's just there's no way to it. It just like got those dead eyes, like staring right into you, but it's like there's nothing there, you know.
well, even when they get a CGI animal and they make it look really good, they could have probably just walked a real animal out in front of a green screen and just put that overlay down and it would look just as fine because that's how it looks anyways.
Hmm.
Like in Gladiator, that just looks like a green screen tiger or to me, you know, when he's attacking Russell Crowe. And that's how all the best CGI looks like bad green screen. So now we're starting to get to the late night in the Clamp building. They're at the we got Gizmo out on the loose. There's 118.40 left. I noticed yesterday Gremlins is an hour and 47 minutes, and this is an hour and 47 minutes. Coincidence? I don't know.
I mean, it is Joe Dante. I mean, he's like, I don't want it to be longer than it needs to be, which I think I've said. Oh yeah, Bugs Bunny was just at the beginning, I believe. No, I think with this one it was. Oh man, he's about to. Why didn't he just run? Like when the water's like spraying at him, like why didn't he just like bolt off?
Russell, I remember that same show. I think they maybe had it on like public broadcasting around here too, because I knew the name Skinamarink when it came out. That song. I remember that same thing. It's like a children's song. Spicoli saying hi to Cal. That's cool.
Had to be Gomez, man. It's all Gomez's fault.
Oh man, whenever Gizmo gets wet and he has to give birth and they just show the pain in his face and they show the bubbling in the back, that's another thing. It's like this is all fake, stupid, but you just feel so much like he looks like he's in so much pain. Like they want to give like a childbirthing thing, but he's like almost voluntarily being pinned down while it's going on. Like it looks like the entity or something. It's terrible. That's a deep cut joke. There's your boy, Daffy or Doofy or whatever his name is.
To think like in the first one he was originally was only going to be like a real quick. Gizmo was just supposed to be like a really quick, like, you know, not too much of him, and then Spielberg was like, yeah, let's make
They
him.
reverse Jaws'd it.
Yeah.
Instead of like Jaws, they wanted to show it a bunch and they couldn't, so they had to not show it, and that made it better. And Gremlins is the opposite; they weren't going to show it, and they were like, "No, we got to show it. This is good."
Yeah.
Now, what's old Buddy's name? Not Stripe 2. What's he? I can't even remember his name. Is it
Stripe or Spike? Wasn't there one?
Spike?
There was one. It was Spike, wasn't it?
I think it's Spike.
And he's got Sith eyes.
Yeah. Because when he turns into a gremlin later, he's still got like the mohawk going or whatever.
Or no, maybe he's Mohawk.
You know how Atari buried that horrible ET game in a landfill? That's what should happen to Skinamarink. Buried on the moon. That's the best review I've heard all year. She wants it to be buried on the moon, the way they did that Atari video game. TT. That's hilarious. Carrie Craves Cinema is here. Hello, Madam Carrie, one of the original moderators of this channel. She's a
Care
long
Bear's here.
friend and favorite. Yeah, I miss Carrie. I haven't seen her. We've talked a little bit since I've been more back, but Carrie's was a longtime road dog and confidant there, so I missed having chats with her. Yeah. There's Care Bear. Look at these guys. Linda's here. What did I miss? See, there you go. Linda's here, but not on my chat. That's how they do me. That's how they do me. So I already called that one. I apologize. But please rewind and verify that I had predicted that to happen. But welcome, Linda.
That's you're the Elf King, man. That's why.
Whew.
Like I was saying, I was like when I saw that I had missed your first live stream back, I was like, oh man.
Well, yeah, that was the first thing I actually wanted to do when I was formulating what my plan was going to be. I haven't really talked about it that much since we're at right now. They're just establishing they made the new Gremlins, and they're just sort of establishing each of the goofball Gremlins characters. You know, we see this wacky one is sort of half baby-like and cute, and then we see the evil one. There's always an evil one, and then the rest are just sort of minions. In the new Gremlins cartoon, the main one is Claw, and then the joke is Mr. Claw, and then for like episode 6, when he finally gets the speech, he's Mrs. Claus or Claw, and we learn that it's actually been a woman the whole time. That's because you can't tell with a gremlin, you know, man or woman, so the way they look. But yeah, right now we just see the new Mogwai are establishing their evil characters, and we know they're going to figure out a way to eat after midnight. So getting back to my long-winded story, I kind of disappeared for a month there because I basically came to a confluence of two things where I wasn't going to have I thought after the new year I wouldn't have a job, maybe, but I do gig work, so jobs come and go. You're used to that. But I kind of thought there might be a chance I'd have an issue with where I was living. I wasn't quite sure. And instead of after the new year, it turned out it was going to be November 1. So like moving and getting everything just kind of got thrown in my lap in like less than a month. So I kind of had a weird position where like I'm a dude with no wife, no kids, no pets. I was getting ready to have no job or no house. It's like, fuck it, let's just shake up the Etch-a-Sketch and go have an adventure. Like I was like, I might move to New England and change my name to Pablo or something. No telling. So so I went on a wild adventure. I kind of talked about it on a couple of the streams. I went and saw all the haunted, spooky places in the area. I went and, met a bunch of strangers. I got in a breakdancing fight with a homeless guy. I went and played, street basketball with some dudes in Milwaukee. I went to Valhalla Cemetery. I'm currently sacked outside LaGrange. For my ZZ Top people out there. Yeah, I just been living adventures. I went to where UFOs are spotted. I went to Bigfoot is spotted. One day I went hunting for an upright walking dog man. Now I'm settled down by a place where there are 3 cemeteries that form a triangle, and everything within the triangle is haunted. And then everything around the area is just filled with ghost hitchhikers and Bloody Mary stories. And one lake dried up and somebody swears a sea monster was in there. Like I moved to Erie, Indiana, dude. Right. So that's kind of what I've been explaining to people. It's like, yeah, I just shook things up and decided, I don't know, I was kind of wanted to live someplace creepy and weird and have strange adventures. And just, if I'm going to start over, let's start over fun, dude. So I moved from city life to country life. It's like, the town I'm in now is like in the mouth of madness. Do you read Sutter Kane?
Wow.
Like the town square is just full of some characters, and all the people I always encounter are just full of characters. And like I said, there was supposedly a sea monster like in the river next to where I'm at. So I'm like, yeah, I can live here for a year or two.
Nessie made it to these parts.
Yeah, so that was part of my plan all along was how am I going to keep up with my YouTube? Because that's actually the one thing I don't want to lose. I was like, if everything else is going away, I'd like to actually keep this Night Owl Movie Talk stuff and my friends. And So I figured, well, let's get a laptop. I used to do everything through a tower computer. So for like the first, I don't know, few weeks on the road, I was like lugging a tower computer up steps in hotels and stuff. So I ended up now, getting this laptop. I used Black Friday to order a bunch of, mobile tuber stuff. I see our buddy Mellow Man Mutant is here.
Hey, hello, man.
Mellow
Mutant.
Mutant.
How's it going,
Yeah,
man?
there he is. Yeah, he always leaves the best comments. Just wanted to say thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mellow Mutant and I have been friends for a long time. He was Aeonic Mutant before. I think he also had a horror or a true crime channel. I'm sorry. But he's also a Wisconsinite as well, I believe. Unless he's moved since the last time I talked to him. Doctor Who. Yep, exactly. Kal-El. Yeah, exactly. Just having weird ass adventures, bro. Just trying to squeeze a couple of years of life into a few months, man. Let's see. What are we thanking Gary for? I don't know. Beautiful, sweet, crazy peeps. Yeah, well, that's an appropriate time for that there. Because that's how I feel about my friends here. It was like, I was kind of cool leaving so much behind. But I was like, these are some of the better friends I've ever had, man. I enjoyed, like I said, when I was out on the road meeting strangers, it was fun adventures, but nobody was like, talking about what's going on Shudder. You know what I mean? Nobody had a review of the latest whatever movie on Tubi. That's why it's like, have you seen Skinamarink? It's like, which one is that now? Nobody's been in my ear about it. So I miss talking to my friends so bad. Okay, now we're back to something interesting. Dick Miller's back there. He's in New York here, and his wife showed up, Murray Futterman.
He still doesn't trust anybody.
He survived the crash through his house in the last one. Oh, let's see here. I gave up on my crime and unexplained channel. Spread too thin. That's what I was worried about, brother. I knew when you had that many channels, I was like, you got a lot going on. I'm going to be starting a channel regarding all of these weird unsolved mysteries and bizarro paranormal events in the area. I'm hoping to get that up and running after the new year. I already grabbed the domain names for them. But I would like to give some people some presentations and stuff on that into the new year. And I've tried to figure out how I'm going to balance keeping Night Owl Movie Talk in conjunction with the Second Salem stuff. And I think Second Salem is going to be more finished product stuff, and this is going to be more like live chats and shorts. Because the regular videos people watch of mine, but not as much as the live streams. They enjoy they either like me in little doses or big doses. The medium doses, they don't want.
It's a banter, man. The banter back and forth. I mean, I think I've told you this before. It's like, this is how me and my buddies are whenever we get together. So it's like, yeah, man, it's the same. I've told you since the beginning. It's because of you. Now I show my face only on the live streams with you, or on live streams. That's because of you. You're at fault.
Oh, go on. Well, no, I just the people on here, the people in the chats, the ones that keep popping up. Look at Jamie Hart making a Prince reference there. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. If I made that reference to somebody out in the wild, they would be like, "What are you talking about? Purple rain? Like, is it like acid rain?" It's like, never mind. Never mind.
You don't get it.
Oh, Black River Falls into paranormal stuff. Yeah. Black River Falls has been on my list. I'm going to hang around the Whitewater area, but I'm going to be out and about within 100 miles of it, the radius. There's incalculable paranormal stories, just monster sightings and UFO sightings and just ghosts. And like, I don't really want to tread too far into true crime, but just weird, unexplained stuff is fascinating to me. And I have kind of a different perspective on things than most people. So maybe filtered through me, it might be different than the usual Zach Baggins ghost hunter crap. Did you know that this ghost graveyard is haunted? It's true.
You're going to start yelling and...
Oh, God, blind.
And bro, oh my God, bro.
Bro, you don't even understand, bro. I went blind.
Bro, those leaves moved. It's windy out here, but those leaves were blowing.
She missed getting her movies explained wrong, Don. Well, that's the whole point. If I'm not here to explain them wrong, who's going to? Let's see, horror. You're so pretty. You should be on live streams all the time. See, I told you, Larry, you handsome bastard. Oh, I always keep going the wrong way. Oh, you're lucky I can't pinch your cheek. I'll get it. Put your cheek over here next to it, Larry. There you go. Yeah, you handsome bastard.
I only do live streams when cool people invite me on.
Well, yeah, you're awesome. I've seen you on my buddy Pugwall's channel, and I know you've done work with Gareth, I believe. Yeah, yeah. Didn't you watch Lebowski? I'm jealous hell of that. Oh, well, thank you. I believe that is very sweet of you, Mellow Mutant. Yeah, that's my guy. Like I said, I still believe we met through him. I think he put a like a Follow Friday thing together where he recommended some folks, and I think maybe he recommended me, you, and the Quiet One, because that's I think I know her from too. I was trying to think how I met these people. Like I say, these threads run all over. It's interesting to see how we all become friends.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how we all got,
We're
nice
blown up on the 55-inch telly at Russell's house. Yeah, we're superstars. Anyways, let's get back to Gremlins 2. I've been rambling about how much we love each other. Let's see here.
It's been so long, man, since we've done a live stream together.
Yikes. Well, yeah, that's Gareth actually had gotten with me, and he's like, are you good to live stream again? And I was like, I don't totally know, especially with him because he's overseas, so I don't like to let him drop out and challenge and stuff. So I told him, let me do a few test streams, and that's what flipping channels was the other night. I was like, because if it goes out at any point, who cares? And then last night I did the live stream, shut everything down, and I was going to go outside to make a phone call. And right as I did that, the electricity went out in the whole place. Like if I would have been on for 5 minutes longer, the stream would have just been cut off by the electricity.
Oh, wow.
Out. So yeah, if I make it through tonight with a guest and everything, I think I'm ready to start doing other streams with folks again. But I didn't want to be all patchy. Oh, Carrie, you sweetheart, you. It was a Chef Twice to shut him either a channel and the current one or the new name. That's the thing, you put so much effort and work into these projects, it's hard.
Yeah, plus he had quite a bit of subs on his previous channel too. I mean, it was a bummer when I saw that he was having to redo everything. I was like, man.
Yeah.
But that's why, try to tell everybody about him and stuff like that.
The clip game is dangerous, man. The YouTube algorithm thing, they will come pull videos that have been up and running for, a long time. Suddenly they'll demonetized, and then you get another one, and the next thing you know, your channel's in trouble or whatever. So yeah, you're never really safe by even if you think just because you published something that they won't come and take it down later or pull your channel away from you or something. So I feel bad for that because just you're working so hard at stuff, and then one day it's just like, yeah, it's all for nothing. It makes all these other people money.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all welcoming Rob. Yes, Rob's Vintage Video. If you don't know him, that's what we were talking about earlier. He's a classic. He's a fellow from Canada. He runs a video store. He's a cool dude. So yeah, check out Rob's Vintage.
Rob T.
I think he's still broadcasting. No, now he's broadcasting from inside. I think his video store. He was broadcasting outside the video store there for a while there, but now I think the store is up and running again. So back to the movie. Phoebe Cates has a ridiculous hat on. She looks like a fashion model with the big clamp tower on her head. We still, I don't believe, have had a Mogwai turn into a gremlin yet, have we? No one's been fed. I've been watching out of the corner of my eye waiting for I did see a green egg. We saw the green egg. We did see the green egg. You're right. I'm sorry. I just haven't seen him doing any traditional gremlin damage,
Yeah, I think right now what happened was when they were the Mogwai, they started. Well, I think it's also maybe just the building itself started going haywire, and just coincided with them, running amok as Mogwai at first.
Well, when I was rambling before about the building and the technology and it keep failing, that's like a third antagonist they add. Or Yeah, antagonist at the end of the movie. I always get antagonist and protagonist confused, and I like leak confidence in the middle of it. When the antagonist in this, it's both the gremlins and the building. So they'll go to use an elevator and it won't work, or they'll try to do whatever and it won't work. So it just keeps adding extra tension when there aren't gremlins on the scene, which is silly because this is a more funny movie instead of a more. It adds an action beat, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a long duck
Dong
dong.
duck dong. The donger need food.
Actually, did you ever see Volunteers with Tom Hanks and John Candy? I believe that's the movie where Tom Hanks met his wife Rita. In that movie, he's in that, and Tom Hanks plays a guy named Larry. So Long Duck Dong says Larry like 50 times in that movie. Like, what are you thinking, Larry? So yeah, you might want to give that one a watch.
Perfect Strangers was my jam. Cousin Larry.
Let's see here. The store is not open yet, but soon. Okay, because I thought I had seen you doing some stuff inside with the Christmas tree and stuff, but I wasn't sure if that was maybe the old store or not. So, Mellow Mutant is meeting Rob for the first time. That's awesome. That's a good connection. Those two are both cool guys. For me, it hasn't been to the cinema in years. It's great. Yeah, I've explained before. Okay, so here we are. We're getting a gremlin attack. Is that Spike?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, there you go. Man, he's slimy and gross as hell. He's the grossest looking one we've had yet.
It's the most vicious one too, really, if you think about it. Because really, all the other gremlins, they don't really do stuff like this, other than like maybe the electricity one, and maybe the bat gremlin.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just looking at. The paint job on him and stuff is very like slimy and snaky.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can tell they put more thought into how to making the green ones look extra gross and scary, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why I said, even like in my review of the spider gremlin, it's like pure nightmare fuel, man. Like I couldn't, I remember being like creeped out in that one scene with the spider gremlin. I'm like, man.
Well, see, it would make me think that they probably painted it with like a lacquer, and then they also put some sort of goo on it because it looks like so slimy and gross. Like it almost looks like a xenomorph or something or whatever. Like, here's your boy, and yeah, he's fun. The screwy eyed though, goo one, not quite right.
See, but I mean, like, you see all these other ones, like, what do they really do? They don't really like hurt people. They're just being wacky and zany,
Yeah. These two gremlins, they look like the monsters from The Gate.
Yeah.
The one with the turned down lips and stuff, like their faces. But
they definitely, with these ones, they put a lot more effort in the sense of like characterization for these guys for part 2, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot more close-ups on the face. You can see more like animatronics in the cheeks and stuff, like more expressiveness or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that totally looked like The Gate right there. That was the microwave scene. So now this is a reverse callback. In the original one, they put a gremlin in the microwave and it exploded. So now the gremlins are getting back by putting the metal in the microwave and exploding the humans. It's a get back. Why is the most perverted person on the channel Carrie? You can't take her anywhere, which is why I always want to hang out with her.
Here we go, getting some more of our.
He was kind of creepy. Let's get a timestamp here. So, your boy Daffy is laughing. They caused the sprinkler system to go out or go off, I should say. And so now they're getting covered in water, and they're all about to let loose with monster gremlins everywhere. That's
I mean, and look at the effects of these little ones. Like the boils on their back, and like you see. I mean, it's great stuff, man. I mean, they did a really good job with this one. like I said, you could tell they took it up a notch with this film.
Well, we're at 55, 37, 36, 35, 34, 30. So we're just a little under an hour left. You hanging in there, buddy? You're gonna be okay for work tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right, that a guy. I'm not trying to keep
Yeah,
you
man.
late.
No, we're good, man. We're good.
All right.
Pretty sure Joe Dante would only do a sequel if he could make more variations.
Yeah, I had kind of heard rumors about how Dante was fussing about this or that.
Well,
I
that's
think
why this one. Sorry to cut you off, man. I think that's why this one is so over the top, because he was just like, he didn't want to do a sequel, and then he was just like, okay, well, but I want to do it this way.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to me to believe that Joe Dante would be a selling or a no can do point, I should say, or something like that. Like if we can't get Dante, we're screwed. Like I don't think anybody really cared who directed Gremlins 2. I think you could have any big name director do part 2. I think most people think Steven Spielberg directed the first Gremlins because his name is so big and prominent over the title and everything. Like it makes it seem like it's a Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah, he even comes out at the beginning.
Like comes out. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has a cameo when he's at that convention or whatever.
Russell's doing the right thing. He's listening to us, but he's watching Wes Craven's Deadly Friend. See, these
Nice.
things just that's what you can do. That's actually I actually try to think of that when we do this. Like part of the reason I have these conversations, it's like I'll just treat this like a podcast while this show is also while the movie's also on, and then we can also try to get back to topic on the. So yeah, there will be many rambling dalliances. Work is totally overrated. I just got the phrase, don't jelly with me. Damn it. Are you going to kidnap your boss or are you going to have your cousin do it? Nice. All right. So Clamp Turner Trump is in his office. That's a beautiful shot, though, even though it's clearly a set. But
like matte paintings in the back.
Yeah. Well, you can even see like where they have the big light blowing out from up in the corner there, and you can tell it's like clearly a studio.
I like how they made his wall look like it's like stone with the TVs.
Yeah. Well, I was saying this last night. This is a weird one because normally the idea in a sequel is you're going to go bigger and better, right? Like before there were a whole town of gremlins. Now we're going to have a whole country full of gremlins. You know, like that's what the sequel is supposed to be. You always go bigger and more ridiculous. The last one was in Kingston Falls. Is that what it's called? The town?
Mm-hmm. This part with the
I might have just made that up. Is that Jamaica? Whatever the name of the town is. That say that, but now it's in New York. So like Gremlins overrunning all of New York would be a natural sequel.
Mm-hmm.
This, they go to New York and then the whole thing just takes place in one building.
It gets contained.
Is that a joke? Like, we're going to go to New York for the sequel, but then we're just going to stay in one building in Airport where we're at. Like, is that a funny statement that they're making? Or did the Friday the 13th thing happen where they're like, we're going to make it in New York? And like, we don't have the money for New York. And they're like, okay, well, we'll put it in a building. And you think that's probably what happened?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like if you hear, that's why they only filmed like one scene in New York, and it was a Times Square scene for Friday the 13th Part 8. I feel like this was the same thing. It's like, okay, well, we can't really film a lot in outside shots of New York because it's so expensive. So, yeah, we're in New York, but let's contain it to the building. And it makes sense too, because if you think about it, it's like all of this is going on during the day right now. So it makes sense that they can't go out, because it's going to get sunlight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is a good point. So look at you figuring out the plot holes for these people.
Like
there was an overabundance right there. They got a whole big grape or a lime jello deal going there. Like you can see at one point it is just straight up lime jello. Like
I like how he's all like, oh, just another day at the office too. Like after that, he's like, oh, okay. He's not freaking out or anything.
Oh, Russell, he's a man of fun. Oh, no. Christopher Lee's character says my favorite line, all they have to do is eat 3 or 4 kids and that's bad publicity. That is a good line.
I mean, that can go for anything though, right? Something bad happens to a kid and that's it. Bad publicity.
I don't know. Nowadays, I think if you just politicized it right, it would be okay. They would just like come out on TV and say whatever the most hated politician was. Like, you know who thinks not eating kids is okay? So and so. And people would be like, you can eat a few kids. That's all you would have to do is just find the political angle and somebody would be like, I'm on board.
Did you ever see I'm not sure if we talked about this. Did you ever watch Brain Candy?
Yeah, with the kids in the hall.
Yeah, it was like it was only a couple of flipper babies. They're like dragging them off because they were trying to get the new drug. It's like as long as there weren't any flipper babies, right? It's like, well, there were a couple of flipper babies.
So now we're on the Gremlins on a Plane sequel. I would like that.
Oh, that'd be cool. We're on a submarine.
This is so bad. It's okay. Gremlins in space, Space Station Mayhem. I'd be interested in that. Gremlins in space.
Yeah, like just think about it. It's like Gremlins in what was that ship in the original Alien? What was it called? The Nostromo.
The Nostromo, yeah. Yeah, they land on whatever planet that is, LV6, whatever it's called, and they find these eggs, and they take the eggs back on board, and everybody's like, "Oh no!" And then instead, the Mogwais hatch out.
It's the Gremlins.
That's exactly what you do right there. Hollywood, call us. Captain Adam can direct.
Oh yeah.
Gremlins Resurrection in Manhattan. Look at this. See, this is all. Here's Leonard Maltin.
See, we're getting more of our ideas from the chat right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've got the next 5 Gremlins movies made. If Hollywood just wants to get a hold of us,
right? Pay me.
Yeah, exactly. Directed by Night Owl Movie Talk Chat.
In conjunction with.
Exactly.
To quote Super Troopers, Cap, I'm not a union guy.
Gremlins, written by Tarantino, directed by Scorsese. That's actually how I described Better Watch Out. I said it was like Home Alone if Tarantino got a hold of it.
I was gonna watch that today too. But I think it was like premium on Peacock or something. I was like, I'm gonna pass.
I saw it on HBO Max a while ago, and I think I got it on DVD after that. One of them I found cheapo somewhere. And I was like, just in case, because I hate the shuffle. That's the only thing about streaming life. It's nice to be able to find whatever you need, but then when you need something and it's not on a channel you have and they don't want to pay $9.99 a month or whatever, it's like, all right, it's good to have that DVD copy of Tombstone. Tombstone was one that I could never find. I was like, I'm glad I have Tombstone.
I still have my VHS of Tombstone.
They're talking about the Lord of the Flies movies because Carrie was talking about how bad those kids are. But he says the remake was good. And I saw the remake. Yeah, I like the remake decent enough. I didn't mind the old school British one, but I saw it when I was young.
Is Christopher Lee with a pod person?
Yes. That's one of the interesting things about this, the laboratory.
And get you so many diseases and all this stuff. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
So here's when, what's his name? Brain, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He takes some sort of serum and then he gets super smart. And most people think it's played by Kelsey Grammer because he sounds like Frasier. But it's really Tony Randall, the guy from The Odd Couple,
the
old school Odd Couple. And once you know that, you kind of hear Tony Randall. But most people think that it's Kelsey Grammer.
What
Let's get that.
was
It's
Kelsey
big. Oh,
Grammer big yet?
Um, well, Cheers was out already. I'm not sure if Frasier had started yet, but he was like a popular character from Cheers. He was, he was Diane's new boyfriend after Sam, I think. Some crap. I was a big Cheers head back in the day. So here's where Brain comes to life, and then the twins see him, and Christopher Lee sees him. But he's an important character because none of the Gremlins can really talk or give any exposition or dialogue. So, he's a key one because he can let people know.
Oh, here we go.
Carrie says she was living under a rock. Both of those are on YouTube. I wouldn't go to the theater, better watch out, but it was surprisingly decent. She's researching the Lord of the Flies. Of course, it's Tony Randall. Those twins were in T2. Yes, exactly. So we're all caught up again. Good. So this part is when the Bat Gremlin, which you also have a video for. I recommend you guys go to Larry's channel and check out his video for the NECA toy line of the Bat Gremlin. This is basically a gremlin that exists for 2 gags. He flies through the wall and makes the bat symbol because this came out 1 year after the Michael Keaton Batman was the biggest thing that had ever happened. So he goes through the wall and makes the bat symbol, and then he goes and lands on a building and turns into a gargoyle. Well, he flies through cement or whatever and turns into a gargoyle, right?
And it's funny, like, how does he go directly for Dick Miller? Like, out of all of New York, he has to go for Dick Miller,
If he's looking for Dick, he knows where to find it. But see, here's my only knock against Bat Gremlin is right there. This is the only time a gremlin is anything other than animatronic or puppet. Like there, he's clearly claymation.
Mm-hmm.
Stop motion.
Stop motion.
Yeah.
There's a symbol, man. It always cracks me up every time.
It's like the perfect circle. Like well, it's Warner Brothers, so they can't get sued because of the DC connection. So yeah.
They called somebody over at a DC. Like, hey, how do you feel about this? Yeah, sure, why not?
So twice in English in 63 and 90. So those are the 2 I saw. And then in Filipino, 75. So she's fine with what she's saying. So now they're really getting to the bottom of figuring out Lord of the Flies remakes in the chat.
For a Gremlins 2 chat.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we always do. This whole thing actually stems off of Gremlins was on BBC America during the Flipping Channel stream, and we caught it at the very end. So I was like, you know what? It's a Christmas movie. It's Christmas time. Let's watch Gremlins. So we watched Gremlins, and then yesterday when you said you couldn't make the Gremlins stream, I was like, then we'll do Gremlins 2 tomorrow just for you, buddy. So this whole thing stems off of it being on Rando's TV in the middle of nowhere.
I just like how the Gremlins here are just like running amok.
It's the salad gremlin. Explain the genetics of the salad gremlin. He's got like bell peppers on his face and stuff.
I mean, his beard is almost as majestic as mine if you look at it closely.
Not a chance in hell. That fake gremlin's got nothing on your glorious mane, sir. I lived this. I was telling this the other night. I was in a hotel where the fire alarm went off, and I saw 3 naked people. Yeah. Apparently more people sleep naked than you would think.
I mean, you hear a fire alarm, you wouldn't put on a robe or, towel or something?
Sweatpants, sweatshirt. I'm apparently modest. I sleep in my underwear, but I wasn't going to go in the hallway in my underwear. So I put on a sweatsuit and went out there and just kind of poked my head out like, is it a real fire or a fake fire? And then one naked dude walked out. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And then I looked the other way, like trying not to make eye contact with naked dude, and another naked dude came out. And I was like, man, I wish both these dudes weren't here, but if nothing else, I wish some naked women would show up. And then a naked woman walked out, like I wished her into existence. I was like, God damn, even the naked ladies got no shame. The naked dudes, I could understand. Dudes are idiots, but a naked lady was like, All right.
You
These
manifested
fires
her.
are real. Was she going to go outside? I don't know. Carrie is pointing out that Gizmo is voiced by Howie Mandel. She did not know that. Yes,
Really?
we discussed this on last night's stream, you rascal. But somebody else is now going to say that Howie Mandel's a germaphobe. I've lived this conversation. Joseph says, hey, Carrie. May is laughing. So it was a real fire then? Exactly. That's what I was on. I was like, you guys wouldn't smell smoke? Be like, no time to get dressed. We have to just get into the hallway naked.
Right.
What are you going to do? Go outside naked? Like, wait for the fire department to come get us naked?
Yeah, to bring you that big old what is it? The big old blanket, the thermal blanket.
Yeah, the metal blankets, like when people are traumatized. I needed one after seeing the naked people.
Now, why didn't they sell the Gizmo Lego set like that?
The things that they don't sell amaze me.
Yeah.
Why is there a cow and there goes two doggies and there goes the twins? It's a real Noah's Ark situation here.
Yeah, there's a camel. I mean, they had all this in a building.
Well, they're doing a lot of science up there.
Again, I never understood why Clamp had a research, had a whole research thing with scientists and stuff like that. Made no sense to me. But I mean, hey.
Well, Clamp has his fingers in a lot of pots. You know what I mean? He's now here we go. Yes. All right, let's see. I was just going to bring this up. Carrie, perfect timing. So the screen has burned through because the gremlins are in the projection room. Now, Hulk Hogan pops up in the theater and says, damn it, Gremlins, you turned back on the movie, brother. These people came in here to see Gremlins. But they took that scene out in some cuts. But they say it's only in the theatrical cut, but I've seen it since. So it for sure lurks around in some cuts. But yeah, this one goes right back. Volleyball Holiday. Oh, here's with the naked movies. The Gremlins immediately put on a nudie film. Damn it, what's dude's name? The guy from Eating Raoul.
Raul Julia?
No, this bald dude with the beard here. He's I can't think. He's in Chopping Mall. He's in Eating Raoul.
He's in a couple of things.
What's her name? Mary Warnos or whatever. I think that's her husband. So Hulk Hogan. Well, here you go. Here's Hulk Hogan in this cut.
It's like he knew Hulk Hogan was in the crowd, so he's like, Mr. Hogan, we need your assistance. Sorry to bother you. Hey, brother, these people are trying to watch this movie. I like that he's at the movie as Hulk Hogan. Like he's wearing the shirt. He's got the headband. And he's not getting mobbed by a bunch of like fans or anything.
Rips his shirt off at the theater. What a crazy cameo! But wrestling was huge then.
Oh yeah.
Well, 1990, it was just about petering out the Hulk Hogan era before he went NWO.
Spoilers.
Sorry. Good one. Let's see here. Another fun fact. There are 40 different types of gremlins in this. That is a good fun fact. Russell's parents were nudists. That's an interesting fun fact as well. Paul Bart something. I ain't judging Russell. Let it all hang out. Of course, Jamie isn't going to judge. So many birthday suits. Yeah, you missed the naked stream last night. Me and Mikey are already planning a naked stream one of these nights. 40. That is an interesting amount. I didn't know that. So.
As I told you, I think that was the thing that Dante wanted to do for a second one, was just more of like, okay, I'll do it, but I want to
something interesting and different.
Yeah. Which is cool because we got the spider gremlin, we got the bat gremlin. I'm really, really waiting for NECA to come out with the electrical gremlin. They could do it, man. I know they can do it.
One that walks and talks. Joseph's excited for Christmas. I'm excited for Christmas too. If you're excited for Christmas, go ahead and put Merry Christmas in the chat or in the comments below if you're watching the replay. I always feel like I'm only talking to the people in the chat, and then sometimes I have to think into the future. It's like, no, a lot of people watch this afterwards. I like to shout them out too because I know they're here. It's just they're not here until the future. So, hello, future people watching. You're cool. I like you. Don't forget to say hi in the comments and follow Larry.
Follow Don. They need to follow you, man. Oh, I like this right here, the Phantom of the Opera.
Here's a Greta Gremlin. Greta Gremlin got some gams on her. Geesh, look at the calves on you, girl.
Never skips leg day, man.
No, she doesn't. They're drinking from every beaker in there and have it. So this is a callback to what? The bar scene, don't you think? This is the Virgin. Yeah. Here's an official fun factor. Yeah, you are. And Larry's Entertainer of the Month.
I don't know how it happened.
I'm nominated for Entertainer of the Month this month.
Yes, he is. This guy right here.
Hey, that's me. Hi. People are like, didn't you already win that? Totally different award. And if I win the new one, I'm going after the one that apparently Gareth created. Apparently there's a third one out there floating around that needs to be reclaimed. It's like Thanos' stones. I want all of them.
I did not know that.
That's what Echo says. So he said he thought Gareth created it. So, well, here's Echo right now. By gosh, it says my dad was the big Xmas died and trying to make nothing to me. Why you got to Phoebe Cates the scream, Echo? No, I feel you. The holidays are, when they say it's like really tough on people, and this is the first year like I've been out and about on my own, like with no real family. I'm gonna go back and see the extended family for like one day. But yeah, just Christmas itself just isn't the same if you're not doing it the way other people are. So I totally understand how it can. The way I described it this year, it's like an action movie. It's like I got stuff going on, but every now and then Christmas is just going on over here. I'll like go into a store and be like, oh yeah, Christmas. Or like something will be on TV, it'll be a Christmas special. But other years, it's like Christmas is like all consuming. Like, oh, we got to go to so-and-so's house and we got to do this. And I forgot to get presents for this person. And did you bake the cookies and all that,
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Echo, man. I know it's during the holidays to lose somebody. It's rough.
Yeah. Echo's a good, smart, cool dude. So that's the only reason I even talk about it so casually is because I know he's been working on it and it's something that's on his mind a lot. So, Echo's fam. Let's see here. You're working, everyone. Everybody's thanking Carrie for being such an awesome X factor or a fun factor. Christmas would mean something to Echo if Carrie would watch Army of Darkness. See, that's why I have no problem talking about Echo, because I know deep down inside he's soulless like me. Echo says a lot of things, Don. See what I mean? You always got to take Echo with a grain of salt. He's a gosh darn rascal is what he is. And Jamie Hart's in the same position. Jamie, I love you to death. These situations. That's one of the reasons I was talking about it in one of my true crime videos. I was true crime movies. Like I find them to be tacky because it's like, I don't know, sometimes people are still going through shit at Christmas when these true crime movies come out, like somebody's family member gets killed and there's already a movie about them getting killed out.
Okay.
So here we see Gizmo getting ready to go fight the other gremlins, and he's training because this is a Rocky Hulkamania type era where the answer to everything is just get buff, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So now people in the here we go. Echo says Gareth started one, but no idea who the last winner was. Might have to talk him down and trick him into the winner. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Is if we can't find who the last person was, Gareth can rechristen a new winner or a new nominee at least.
Yeah, you can nominate another 4, right?
Yes, I can Thanos. You disappear. No, I make everything but you guys disappear. None of these people know what vinegar syndrome is.
My thing is, I think is for me when I was coming up with the with the list, it was difficult, man. It was difficult, but it was also kind of easy because a lot of people that I shouted out was just like, okay, these a part of the rules is like you can't, not somebody over 1,000. So I was like, okay, well at least I can, the I can give my people a shout outs and stuff like that. But it was really difficult for me to decide like who to be my nominations. That was the one thing that okay, I'm gonna if it was hard for me, I'm gonna make it hard. It should be hard for everybody else. You know, and not in a bad way or anything. It's just for one, I thought it would be fun. A fun way everybody would kind of like the back and forth between everybody. Because everybody loves everybody.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You try to think of people who you want folks to see. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I know this person's doing good stuff, or they're a person who's out and about and really like with May Ann, she had just started making, content, and she was just starting to show her stuff and get her feet wet with that. But she'd been around for so long, moderating chats and keeping people, in line and keeping people happy. Look how much people love May Ann in the chat. So see, I'm over competitions, really. If you get the sourpusses coming after you for no reason. So yeah, see, that's the thing is the things aren't always fun for some folks.
And that's why I wanted to throw, Nate in there too, because he started doing content and I'm just
Yeah,
like, man, Nate's always been super supportive and everything. And he's another one that like he's starting out and like, like I said, Nate's been there for a lot of us. And that's why I wanted to, put Nate out there too, man. So everybody can check out his stuff.
yeah. I didn't know Nate would actually was making stuff. I think that started after I had hit the road.
Hmm.
So I just was reminded last night. I was like, "Who's the fourth contender for Entertainer of the Month?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, Pat Master." And I was like, "I got to get on my man's stuff." Nate's cool guy, so I'm interested in what he's got going on. Echo says he liked the Gremlins cartoon. Don't get him started on that stupid sick Velma one. Yeah, I like the Gremlins cartoon as well. I was saying last night it was really interesting. I thought it was going to be like a Scooby Doo type thing, like one episode per week would just be like a new monster or whatever. It'd be a crazy kooky adventure. But instead, it was like a 10-episode arc, and you had to watch them all in order, and like the characters go on a big journey, and the villain becomes a god. And totally crazy.
I mean, it's even like that. Like I'm surprised at how bad I heard that Velma one was. It got like a second season.
Yeah, I think they may have might have had an existing deal already, but
Mm.
um, I didn't really get who that's for. You know what I mean? A, like there was a lot of half offensive stuff in there to a lot of different people. Like
Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't interested in it. I was just like, but probably
you know,
it's probably not going to be good. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like even the Disney Plus stuff I don't really watch because it's just like, I kind of after I think after Endgame, it was kind of like, okay, where can they really go? As a comic book fan, I'm like, Thanos was kind of like, that's who can you go after that other than maybe Galactus?
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't like any show where they do they're like, okay, the news twist on it is it's whatever Mickey Mouse, except now he's Mexican. Like, oh, all right. Like, like there's nothing new there. You're mining. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what they're. Yeah, but except it's Mickey Mouse, except we can make money with it to Mexicans. It's like, well, that's not how art works.
No,
Can't you come up with a new character that isn't Speedy Gonzalez and racist as F? Like, just, you know.
or Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Yeah, exactly. El Kabong. Uh, let's see. Man, I had enough reviews to season 2. Velma to you.
And I really think
what happened to Pat Master?
yeah, I haven't seen him on too much.
Yeah, he's been missing for the last couple of days. I've been looking for that
on the
guy
streams
too.
or anything. Hope he's doing okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Nate's a cool dude. I like the man. So,
Like
getting back to Gremlins
you see the
2,
silhouette.
which I'm trying to watch.
You see the silhouette of him like hitting him over the head with the little like mallet.
A lot of this movie is done in shadow. I noticed Dante must have been going through a bit more of a shadow phase, or he must have liked some of the shadow stuff he did in the first one, because there's a lot of things done in like silhouetted shadow. You know, even that theater scene where they're in the frame and all that. Like, you know, Gremlins 2, it's very reminiscent of early John Ford. So now the clocks are all going crazy, and Gizmo's turning into Rambo, which is the natural progression.
He's been tormented too much. I like the interview scene right here with Brain. I like that one gremlin. He's doing the makeup.
Well, now this is the traditional part of the Gremlins movie when it gets good, where the Gremlins have just taken over and all hell's broken loose, and then they can just do cutaways. So they cut away to one doing, you know, a fart joke, and then they cut to another one like cooking dinner, and then they have another one dressed up like Richard Simmons, or, you know, they just bop around and have like crazy like psychological overload. Brian Mask loves Gizmo. I'm telling you, brother, he's good. This is an awesome one too. The Brain character, like they all have so much life and emotion. They don't look like crappy CGI, or they don't look, you know, they don't look like bad animatronic robots. Like they all have their own life to them, you know. Like,
Yeah, even the extras, the extra gremlins, like the background ones, they still have so much like they just have so much animation to them. You know,
it's just like 30 or 40 people underneath a floorboard with their hand up, just doing that, like, you know, making things talk.
I will say there was the only thing that's come close to this in recent years is just is probably Grogu from Mandalorian. I think that's the closest thing. But even then, now I feel like it's not as the last like season or whatever.
You're talking about like some sort of like adorable thing that captures people's imagination, kind of thing, like that looks real and looks right with the puppeteering and all that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen all that Baby Yoda stuff. I thought a lot of it was CGI. Is it mostly puppet work?
I think for season 1 and 2. I don't know about season 3. But that one just like, man, especially like season 1, like all the emotion that Baby Yoda projects, it's just like it's insane. And you know, going back to seeing these, it's just like, man, I haven't really. It's been a long time since I've seen something like that. You know, that actually had that much life.
Brian says, yeah. As Brian Mask says, they did a great job bringing the Gremlins to life. Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's the issue with where a lot of us bitch about the CGI is there's that window where things were great right up until the CGI started because they had figured out how to get all the puppets and practical effects good, and then they pulled the plug on the practical effects and went to CGI and started all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like most people, I agree. It has to be a mix. You need practical, and then you use the CGI to give it extra whatever. But if there's nothing there, there's nothing there.
Yeah. It's a tennis ball.
Yeah, exactly. Some dude in a green suit going like moving around.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta pretend that it is what it is.
I like how it was like
just like Alf.
Daffy.
You kill me.
Daffy Gremlin DDS. With that last scene where he's like he's on what's his name? On Zach, and he's gonna like give him he's gonna remove a cavity.
I like this scene because these two are like nemesis or whatever. Like in the previous one, Judge Reinhold was like trying to hit on Phoebe Cates, and then in this one, Haviland Morris or whatever is trying to hit on Zach, Billy.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like flip flopped, and we get to see like Phoebe Cates how she reacts to somebody like trying to steal her person, and she's like debating whether or not to cut her out of the spider web and stuff. they do a lot of similar beats. That's why I was pointing out that the time both being an hour and 47 on both of them. It's like, I wonder if you watch the two next to each other, if the beats were just really similar, like when they happened and everything. You know, the
Yeah, that'd
bar
be pretty
happened at
interesting.
the exact same time as the, you know, scene in the lab and the scene, you know, the so and so gets attacked at this mark in this movie, and this person gets attacked at this mark in this movie. Like, I feel like the beats are very similar. So here's Rambo Gizmo. There's another missed selling opportunity. A line of gizmos dressed up like with the Rambo.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Hollywood, call us.
Yeah. Or at least Toy NECA or somebody.
Yeah, NECA Hot Toys, we're available. We'll give you
Tell
these
you
ideas.
what properties to buy. Yeah, exactly. We'll tell you how to better spend your money.
Right?
Now, all this just feels like aliens, right? Like with the big ugly spider alien that looks like the mother alien, and you know, let
Plus,
her go,
with
bitch.
all the cobwebs and everything, it
Yeah.
kind of gives you that really claustrophobic feel, like like in
Yeah.
Aliens.
Well, like that's what I mean. It reminds me of that scene where Sigourney Weaver finds the mother alien and everything's the eggs are everywhere and there's just all that goo and you know you can see the spider's kind of the same deal in this. But this whole movie's a ton of homage. You know, what I mean Rambo and whatever. Like, so yeah, I feel like this is kind of a bit aliens.
I like that. I like that look that he gives at the end of this scene. Gizmo, like he's like, "I've been through war, or I've been through hell. Now I'm taking the war to the Gremlins."
Exactly. He's no longer a victim.
Hmm.
How many other movies can you think of that referenced Rambo? Naked Gun, or no, Top Hot Shots
Hot
had a
shot.
Rambo thing. UHF with Weird Al had a Rambo thing.
Originally, that was supposed to be Stallone.
Oh,
They were gonna try to get Stallone to play that part, but then like they couldn't get him, so they're just like, oh, I'll do it. And then that's when they came up with that whole gag of him with the prosthetic of the muscles and stuff.
mm-hmm. Shoot, Charlie Sheen was ripped when he did it in Hot Shots. Like he looked almost,
Hmm.
he was like Stallone, but he was huge.
Hmm. Yeah, like that in part two, and at the beginning when he's trying to decide which candy to like dip the gloves in.
Mm-hmm. Brian Mask says Grogu from The Mandalorian reminds him of Gizmo. Seems like they based Grogu on him. Like a lot of the like, you know, I would assume the mannerisms. So here's where they sing New York, New York. We got the Frank Sinatra gremlin. Hey, they're pretty good. And there's one that looks like Flavor Flav. I don't think intentionally. Uh, I like how Grandpa Munster and Long Duk Dong have their own little like side movie going on where they're like
Hmm.
live news reporters or whatever.
I'd like to see like the found footage of that.
That's another good one. Yeah. Like I was saying last night, they should. There's a part where Phoebe Cates takes Polaroids in the bar to keep the gremlins from attacking her. So
Hmm.
people need to sell those Polaroids, like from the point of view of a gremlin attacking you in the picture. It's like I'll buy those on Etsy.
Now these gremlins are clearly great artists because of that big old thing that they made of Greta,
Yeah, the
right?
I've seen Greta a bunch of times. I've seen Lego Greta, but then they do the big like mosaic at the end or whatever.
Hmm.
How do they? So there was an entire military arsenal in the Clamp building as well. Bazookas.
Dynamite. Like as I'm telling you, man, like they had this in the clamp building along with the all the animals, Noah's Ark, basically.
What needs to happen is Dawn of the Dead needs to break out now. And then all the zombie apocalypse while you're trapped inside with the gremlins and the zombies are on the outside. So, and the
Zombie
buildings doing
Gremlin.
crazy things.
Again, Hollywood, call us.
Exactly. These are all free. These are free ideas. Dining after midnight in New York. That's a good Gremlins gag because they can't go out in the day. So
Hmm.
that's a good night owl movie talk dope because I don't go out during the day either. See, Mello gets it. Dawn of the Gremlins. Grogu
I like
is
how they already
Gizmo
had the merch
and
for
painted
like.
green.
I like that they already had the merch of like the Gizmo with the line like "No Gizmo" or "Gizmo Busters," paying homage to like
Yeah,
somehow
Buster's
some
action.
somebody learned how to do a printing press. One of the Gremlins, right?
They're doing the what do you call it? Silk screen.
Mm-hmm. Doing the merch.
What a weird gag! Just a Phantom of the Opera gag. Like I was saying in the other one, for no reason they're in the bar and then they just cut to a dude and he's a flasher. Like, like
I
who
like
wrote that?
what's funny that they brought him back in this one. So I guess in
Flasher.
every
Well, he's a crowd favorite. Yeah, he's
yeah in
naked
every
guy. I
in
mean,
every batch there has to be one flasher.
you notice I made sure to tell my naked guy story. The naked guy's funny. You know what I mean? That's the thing with the flasher. It's traumatizing if you're alone and some person starts running at you naked. So don't be doing that to people. But I'm just saying that as far as like in a big picture party scene,
He was brought in for mopery. What's mopery?
there's no more room in the buffet. Gremlins will walk the earth. Mellow Newsart,
See,
he's gonna have to get in a writing credit on this. Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, man. Hollywood,
You do
call
Dawn,
us.
Dead Watch,
We
Dawn.
got we got all these ideas flowing in the chat.
Well, I know Larry and I are for sure going to get together and do some Romero stuff. Me and him are both Night of the Living Dead people. So maybe we'll have some sort of theme week or theme month or something where we get together and check out some of those Romeros.
I think Dawn of the Dead will probably be hard for a lot of people to watch because I don't see it streaming
See it on
anywhere.
streaming anywhere. Man.
I mean, I have it on physical media, but I mean, I have never seen it anywhere to stream.
Yeah, I've got the physical media. Well, no, I mean Dawn of the Dead is one of his favorites as well. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead's a classic. I remember the legal rights over those Romero films and the who owns the licensing and stuff. It just got all screwed up. Night of the Living Dead is public domain, but Dawn of the Dead is like owned by some company, and the dude who owns the rights to sell it out died and shit. Like there's all these just screwball things. There was an argument over who owns like Zombie and who owns Night of the Living and all that. Like the lawsuits people get into. Like Superman for a long time was a problem because one person owned the right to Superman's cape, like the intellectual property of Superman's cape, but another person owned the intellectual right to Superman's logo, the S. And then DC owned the right to the Superman character, but they didn't own the right to their own S or their logo. Like, so trying to make a movie was negotiating with like 10 different lawyers. But eventually they got it all back together.
Well, it's like Friday the 13th. I mean, look at how crazy that rabbit hole was for trying to get all the rights to that together.
Somebody said Buffet
nuts.
and Rob showed up. That's why I like Robbie. He knows what's up. I like the electrical gremlin in this. You want to talk about a weird type of gremlin to include? What if we had one that turned into pure electricity? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. NECA needs to make this. They could do it. I know they can. We got our Wizard of Oz reference.
Yep, of course. I'm melting. Cruel world, cruel world. So that's we can clip that together with me doing Gremlins Christmas caroling last night. Don't call me for a cartoon voice on that one. Just a Romero video after that thumbnail he's upload. Look at you, Echo, jumping us. How dare you get us do stuff that we haven't done yet before us? Way off topic. Twitter changed to X to her Facebook. I heard that as well regarding that when Twitter changed to X, that Facebook had already owned X. A bunch of people had already owned some variation of X. Like apparently you can't straight up own the letter, but you can own the font. So like the symbol, the logo is basically what you can own. So you can own like a fancy cursive X, but you can't just own X. So like Roman numeral X is owned by one person, but that's why all the porn companies can't sue. How many of them are named X something,
Right.
Mayan's here listening. I bet you are taking notes, getting us all in trouble.
Right?
Russell's excited for Echo's Dawn of our Romero video. So down here,
Yeah, I'll definitely. I'm interested in that, man. Anything. I'm always interested in anything Romero.
oh for sure, and Echo's always got an interesting take on stuff. You're not wearing a clown mask, are you, Echo? He might be. Are you fighting with a video game version of yourself while you do it? This is a good like minor character storyline where they have Grandpa Munster always wanted to be a reporter, so now his chances to be a field reporter with the Gremlins because he's on the scene, but he's still dressed as a damn vampire while he's trying to do it. How did Murray Futterman get back in this?
I'm telling you, they just like it's Dick Miller, man. They had to find a way to bring him back.
You can't escape Dick. That Dick will hunt you down and find you if you try to get away from that Dick. Look, that Dick's had enough. Oh, here's Mrs. Dick. Cock blocker. Look at her camera. She got the 1940s.
I know, right?
Well, how convenient for trying to fight gremlins, right? Like she's got the most ridiculous, big, huge flashbulb camera in the world. Yeah, they make Clampett like the hero at the end. Like he was kind of like a vapid douche the whole movie, and now he's like going to be, I'm going to save the world.
Yeah, he'll be the next president.
Well, that was what Ted Turner kind of did. Like when he got super rich, he like the way Bill Gates was like determined to end malaria or whatever. For a while, Ted Turner was like he was talking about world hunger, and he was devoting a lot of money to Africa and trying to cure hunger over there and stuff. So I think this is kind of maybe a little bit of a political joke at his expense, like that he decided one day he's just going to save the world.
That's why I think that's probably why they put money into Captain Planet back then too.
Oh, for sure.
Because I mean that was on TBS.
Yeah. Ted Turner, a lot of that stuff. Which was funny because he like colorized all the old movies and stuff. Like he's just kind of known as a dude who don't care, and then all of a sudden he just one day woke up and was like, I'm going to save the world. Good for you, bro.
He saw this movie and he was like, you know what? I could be that guy.
Yeah, that's the future I need. Make a zombie movie or something. Being Canadian, David Cronenberg. Martin, I haven't seen Martin. Martin's a crazy ride. The George Romero movie. Romero's non-zombie movies are all interesting films to me. I like
The Crazies
all in a weird way. Night Riders and stuff.
Yeah, Night Riders is fun too. Ed Harris, Ed Harris, and also Ken Fore's back in that one.
Yeah, and Tom Savini and Stephen King has a little cameo in it because that was back when Romero and King were hanging out and doing drugs together nonstop.
During that, they're like, we should do our own movie.
Yeah, that's I think Creepshow was being made right around that time. Like that's when King and Romero got to be friends, is when they wrote Creepshow, and then Night Riders was made around that same time. And I guess George Romero and his wife and Stephen King and his wife were like pals. They would vacation together and stuff. The Clamp Building. Russell always knows the good stuff on YouTube. He points out Martin is currently on YouTube. Mellow Mutant says Cronenberg is more versatile than people realize. Both The Fly, the Goldblum remake, and The Dead Zone are two of my favorite movies of all time, and both of those are vastly different films, but they're both Cronenberg. Echo points out that the Crazies turned 50 this year. They've been playing the hell out of the Crazies remake on cable here, like on the hotel rooms. I've seen the Josh Duhamel or whatever, or Timothy Oliphant. I always confuse them too. The Timothy Oliphant version has just been blowing up around here. I've seen it like 10 times.
That was good. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was all right. That's why I've seen it like 10 times. It's one of those when I flip it by and it's like, okay, the Crazies is on. I can fall asleep to that or whatever. I don't have to pay attention. I know the deputy's going to go
Mhm.
nuts. So here, Picardo's making out with Greta Gremlin. Good for him.
Is he really making out with her, or is she forcing herself on him?
I think he's a willing. You don't get that many kisses without saying something. Look what he's wearing. He wanted it. Tom Savini was in from Dusk Till Dawn. Exactly. Sex Machine.
Sex machine.
That's one of the funnier lines in movies where she's like, "Hello, my name is Kate." He's like, "Hey, I'm Sex Machine."
Sex machine. But he says it so nonchalant. Sex machine. How are you?
Because you can tell that's like his real name. Like that's when he fills out stuff like Sex Machine. Yes, he was part of the motorcycle gang. Yeah.
And they say he was the only person or the only reoccurring character in a Romero film because apparently he comes back as a zombie in Line of the Dead. I mean, they don't flat out say it; they just say motorcycle zombie. I think is in the credits for him.
Yeah. Well, he's all over in those movies because of the connection with the effects.
Oh,
So as you can see, my posture changed. The movie went to credits. Picardo gets a bunch of smooches from Greta the Gremlin, and that's how it goes out. Fade to black, and then the black fades to purple. Yogurt jerks. I want to be a yogurt jerk. Too late. Movie theater mom, movie theater kid. Anybody important? Every now and then you'll see somebody weird pop up. You'll see Tom Savini pop up. Like Tom Savini was did the effect or the stunts in Gremlins. SWAT team leader, Dean Norris. I believe that's no, that's Aaron Norris. I'm thinking of. I was thinking it was Chuck Norris's brother. Not important. Bugs and Daffy Duck get a credit. Well, that was Gremlins 2. What do you think, Larry? Gremlins 2 better than Gremlins 1, or you would? I know you felt like you were earlier. You said that you were a purist, but they were totally different films. If you had to choose one or the other, which are you taking?
I'd go with the first one. I'd still go with the first one.
Yeah,
like I said, it's a little bit. It's definitely darker. I like the darker tones of it. I like the. It's just different. I mean, the second one it goes over the top and everything. Like I said, I love the second one too, especially with all the like I've mentioned the Gremlins, the new Gremlins that they introduced and stuff. But I still think the first one is my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one just sets the tone. I mean, even with the cartoons and all of it, it's just the first. Nothing's quite like that first one. It's sort of a scary, creepy, eerie movie. It's got the Christmas tone to it. This one feels more like Hot Shots or Top Naked Gun. Jesus Christ, my brain. Naked Gun. It feels more like goofy and campy. Like it's going for so many jokes per minute. It's like a Family Guy episode or something. Like they're just cranking out the episode or the jokes, right?
I wonder if the whole like the Rambo reference. I mean, if you really think about it, it's a perfect example of Rambo. The First Blood and First Blood Part 2. They're totally polar opposites.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
The first one's like a serious, like dark film, and the second one is just like over the top action, big muscles, big guns, everything blowing up. Which I wonder if. I mean, I don't know. I've never read it, but I mean, if you look at it, it's like, I wonder if that's the comparison. They're trying to like make fun of that with the Rambo references for this film. I mean, I don't know.
Look at you getting deep. Check out the big ass brain on Brad. I could definitely see that. I mean, I think they're following, I compare it to Jaws. Like when they made Jaws 1 and 2, I think, or maybe when they made Jaws 1, for the sequel, they were immediately like, well, there's nothing left to do with Jaws. So let's make a parody, what was it? Jaws 3 People 0 or whatever it was. And then they never made it. They made Jaws 3D instead.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
And then they went totally off the rails with, Jaws 4, The Revenge. Then it's like a zombie shark coming all the way from
Well, he's a good swimmer, that shark. He went all the way to up to Maine or wherever it was, and then he comes all the way back down to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I never noticed the. It's not after the credits, but it's like during the credits. Daffy Duck keeps popping up and having little cameos during the credit scenes. I've never watched, the post credits in Gremlins 2, and then
Well,
there is a post credits take two. There's also a post credit scene with Porky and Daffy that pop up here too.
I mean, if you're gonna have one, man,
There you go, Chuck Jones.
mhm.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Where was Chuck Jones at? So he did all the title and animation.
So
All
it's still, so one is still your top one.
Yeah, one is the best. One sets the table. Everything else kind of comes after it. I feel like that with most movies. Very rarely does anything following the original property that gets you to love it ever quite. There's obviously exceptions. Like Aliens and whatever. Some people like Terminator 2 more than one and all that, but in general, usually the first thing that comes out that spawns everything else, that first thing is the good thing. Um, this is fun because it's a new take on it. And then that new cartoon, like I said, it was interesting just because I wasn't expecting it to be that big epic adventure that took place over 10 episodes. Like, this is crazy. It's like a comic book.
It's like that's why I absolutely loved your commentary on it, man. It was just so hilarious.
I
Very
appreciate it, buddy.
you put in the information and then you Mystery Science theatered it, and you had me cracking up through the whole thing, man.
Well, I appreciate you, Sarah. It's nice of you to watch me talk over cartoons. um, Jamie says she watches the Gremlins every year. I think I'm on a streak of seeing it pretty much every year. Like I may have taken a year off in like the last 5, but I've probably seen it, 4 of the last 5 or something. Mello says it's his favorite Christmas movie. That's what I mean. It's right up there. I like A Christmas Story. I like National Lampoons. I like Elf, but Gremlins is right there every year with them. Somehow I end up seeing it like every year.
It took me a long time to warm up to Elf. A very long time. For the
Elf,
longest time, I was so annoyed by it. Like so many people were. I mean, it was just everywhere, and I just got so annoyed by it. And yeah.
Also got the same bad take as Mikey. He likes Orca better than Jaws. These people, they're good people, but I tell you, sometimes why I oughta. I think Rocky and Rocky 2 went pretty well together. Yeah, I agree. I'm a simpleton because I like Rocky 3 and 4 better than Rocky 1 and 2. Like that shows how dumb of a person I am. It's like I like those dumbass non-thinky ones where the guy just punches the other guy till he wins. I'm not trying to feel things.
No, yeah, and same thing. Rocky 3 was my favorite for the longest time. But if you look at it, Rocky if you look at Rocky 1 and 2, and then you look at 3, and then especially 4, it's just like each 3 and 4 just skyrocket into craziness.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I was on my cord. Nothing worse than sitting on your cord when you're a dude. Echo is trying to convince Jamie to make a movie about a bear, and I don't get it. Do I even want to know? If Jamie's going to make a movie, it needs to be a mushroom movie. And if you're going to make a dirty joke, that's a way better dirty joke. I don't know what that goes up to.
They already have one. It's called Cocaine Bear.
And have you seen Crackoon yet?
No.
I think it's on Tubi. Crackoon. It's a raccoon on crack. Crackoon. Get it? Dr. Acula. Dr. Acula. Never mind.
I have that one on VHS too.
That's one I need to do a watch along. Who the hell's going to watch Ed Wood with me? I get it. Oh, I get it. All right, it's 10:30. I told you I would send you to bed by 10:30, young man. So I thank you for staying up past your bedtime for me. Larry's going to get up at like 4:30 in the morning. So the fact that he's up this late with the night owl is
hey, man,
pretty amazing.
If it was going to be for anybody, man, it'd be for you, man.
Oh, you rascal. which way am I going? This way. Pinch your cheek again. Oh, pinch your cheek. There we go. Anyways, I still don't get it. Call it mushrooms bear, Jamie. May shows up out of nowhere to save the stream. Crackoon and mushroom bear. There you go. You see what you did?
Bear shrooms. Shroom bear.
10:30 here in New Hampshire. Yeah, it's 10:30 here in glorious East Troy, Wisconsin. Right outside of Second Salem.
Hey man, we're on the same time zone.
Yeah, I know. That's how dumb I am. I don't understand how Texas is in the same time zone as me. My brain's never quite grasped that. Ed Wood, LOL.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Ed Wood. Ed Wood is a great one. I'll find somebody to watch Ed Wood with me. I bet I can talk one of them Brits to watch with me. I'll get Jim's Retro Emporium up in here. I'll get Savage Zombie reviews, and we'll all sit on this little ass couch together.
And then Gareth will be like somewhere.
No, she's hungry. Thinking about mushrooms, bears, and me, Dave, and Jim all sitting together on this tiny ass couch.
Bear shrooms. Shroom bear.
Nice to see you again, Larry. Yes, it is nice to see you again. That's the great thing. Larry reveals his luchador mask when when the movie's over, or when just for my special shows. But that doesn't mean you don't have to go to bed, young man. I promised you 10:30, and it's 10:34. Now, scoot, mister. You brush your teeth and you go to bed this instant. Don't make me and your father come up there. And for those of you who joined, I thank you so much, everybody in the chat. You guys always rule. We had a whole collection of great people. Echo Cero, Mellow Mutant. We had Brian's Mask. I saw him. Oh boy, I saw Kal-El was in there at one point.
Rob, the captain.
Cinema. The captain dropped by. We did have the captain appearance. Ahoy, mateys! So, yeah, I'm always pleased with the people who are here and the folks that drop by. I got the best friends ever. Good night, Larry, Don, Mellow Mutants. Yes, everybody's saying goodbye. You guys are wonderful. So thank you so much for joining me again. That's 3 nights in a row, and you guys are still going strong. So I appreciate you not getting sick of me already. I'm already sick of me.
Well, that's because you're back, man. You're back. That's why.
I had to bring in reinforcements for this one. So, God damn it, I'm never going to learn what pinch you can get. All right. You guys have a good night. I love and miss you all. We don't have to miss you anymore. I've been here too much. Now you're sick of me. You're going to go away again, Don. So thank you for having me back, and we'll catch you again for another movie soon, very soon.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Night. Good night.
Good night.